Well, hello, welcome back once again. Today we've got the final part of our companion series to my absolute beginner's guide to Slay the Spire. We're going to be playing through with the Defect. Gonna be real with you, Defect's probably the character I feel weakest with. I've done a bunch of practice, and although I did get a 3-win streak on Ascension 0, I was very proud of that. I've also had a lot where I've just died on the final boss, so this could be interesting. Defect is a really interesting character. I'm excited to get better with this character in general. But anyway, the Defect, he is an automaton eternally modifying itself to survive, deploys orb technology when it must fight. And it starts with a relic called the Cracked Core, which at the start of each combat channels 1 lightning. And what does that mean? We'll find out in a moment. Let's jump straight in. So before we look at our starting gifts, let's just look at Defect's cards. So we've got our usual strikes and defends, 4 of each. And then here we've got channel 1 lightning. So that's also what our relic up here does. So we've got a card called Zap, which will channel 1 lightning as well. Channeling an orb puts it into your first empty slot. If you have no empty slots, your first orb is automatically evoked to make room. And then it's got a description underneath of what lightning does. Lightning orb deals damage to random enemies. Okay, cool. And then we've got another card called Dual Cast, which evokes our rightmost orb twice. So we get a double effect of it. So we're not able to see what the damage and stuff of that is just yet, but we can look at that once we get into a battle in a minute. So cool. So orbs are a thing for the Defect. That's not the only sort of archetype or sort of build you can sort of lean towards. He's got lots of other tech as well. But orbs are very, very useful, as we'll hopefully get to see really soon. So let's have a look at our options. We've got a lead paperweight. Choose 1 of 2 colourless cards to add to your deck. Lost Coffer. Gain 1 card reward and procure 1 random potion. Or the Leafy Poultice, transform 1 of our strikes and 1 of our defends and lose 12 max HP. These are all decently strong options. I think Leafy Poultice is probably the strongest. Transforming 1 of our strikes and defends into anything else is always better, generally, and sometimes you hit a good high roll and we get something really nice. Let's look at the map as well, just before we commit to something. So we're fighting the Kin at the end of this act. Unfortunately, we're not doing the docks. We're in the Overgrowth again. The docks is a good area, and it's a shame we're not going to get to see many of the bosses and stuff there. But I guess that leaves more for you, dear viewer, to experience for yourself. So that's all fine by me. But yeah, so this is a sort of multi-enemy combat. We want to make sure maybe we've got something that helps with that. Although at the same time, this one doesn't. It's not quite as bad to deal with. I think you end up a lot of the time just killing the guys in order. But yeah, some sort of multi-attack we want to make sure we've got, I think, just to help us, not only with this fight, but with the general multi-enemy opponent combats we'll get throughout the playthrough. So let's see, we've got another weird split map. I'm not a fan when it does this. So let's have a look. What I'm going to look for is where we've got elites that have a bonfire quite close afterwards. So this guy's one here. We don't have one here. This one's a bit of a tricky one. Although it's just a normal hallway after that. But yeah, not my favourite map layout, not going to lie. Okay, we could... Oh, there's a really early shop. I really dislike when you get an early shop like this. Not going to be worth stopping at. It's a sort of waste of a stop. We want to make sure we're either getting question marks or combats as much as possible. So let's think. This way could be okay. We've got a lot of bonfires this way. So if we come up here... that's a lot of hallway fights though. 5, 6... Oof, not going that way. 7, 8. That'd be quite a lot. It depends how strong we are. That's the thing that's going to be hard to gauge here. Might be a better idea. 1, 2, 3 here. Go this way. 4, 5, 6 again. If we're feeling really strong, we can fight both of these elites. Not really sure. This isn't the greatest map. This is a hard one. Ideally, we want to try 2 elites. I think like the only path that lets us do that, there's too many hallway fights afterwards. So I don't think it's going to be that one. Let's go up the left-hand side, I think. There is a lot of hallway fights there. We'll dodge one. Come through here. We get a bunch of campfires this way. Hopefully we can get a bunch of upgrades, which will be if not more than useful than some relics. So let's transform one of our strikes into defense, see what we get. Okay, those were pretty decent cards. We've lost some 12 max HP there, but that's not too big a deal. If you think about it, we've only got a little... We're about the same health as the Necrobinder even starts with, so I think that should be okay. We got super critical. We've lucked out and hit 2 rare cards, which is amazing scenes. So super critical, great card, gain 4 energy and then exhaust for 0 cost, very nice. And modded, another 0 cost card, gain 1 orb slot. Draw 1 card, increase this card's cost by 1. Also a really good card. Probably only play that maybe once or twice per combat, but that's pretty good as well to have from the beginning. Alright, we've spent a good few minutes yapping. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so before we get into fighting, let's have a look. We've got a lightning orb here. And you can see here and here, these are our other orb slots. We do have modded in hand straight off, so that's really good. We'll play that just so you can see what happens. So this is going to gain us 1 orb slot. You can see we've got 4 now. Here's our lightning. So we can see the passive effect of lightning is at the end of our turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. And if we evoke it, it will deal 8 damage to a random enemy. So remember, it will get evoked automatically if we keep pumping in new orbs. They will go sort of right to left until it's full, and then they will all get shoved up, and the front one will get evoked. And we can do that using Zap, we can use Dual Cast, and there's some other good stuff that lets us do that too. Okay though, let's see. We can kill this guy who's attacking us straight away. Super critical isn't really worth playing, so let's just take this guy out. These guys are going to be dumping some status cards on us after we end turn, but we'll have a look at those once we get them. So there we go, you can see Slimed, which has got 2 from him, and another from him. These are just status cards. Status cards are just stuff that just clogs up your deck and gets in the way of you drawing cards you want. Can be quite inconvenient, but these ones can be played, not all of them can. But we could draw 1 card for across the 1 energy here, and it'll exhaust this card, which will remove it from our deck. But let's have a look. What have we got here? Attacking for 8, attacking for 3. We can't full block. But we can kill this one at the back. We do have the option of evoking, but remember it goes to random enemies. So when you're in multiple enemy encounters, it's a bit tricky to reliably use. Once we're down to just this guy, it'll be fine. But we've got enough damage in hand. He's only got 10 health at the back, so why don't we just strike this guy twice? And we'll block this. Almost enough to full block. And you could just see then the lightning hit him for 3 damage. Oh wow, what a hand. Not very good. Let's just throw a modded out, see what we get. A strike, that'll do. And we'll spend an energy just to exhaust one of these. Oh, fantastic. We drew into super critical. Might as well play that, exhaust these then. There's modded again. Don't think it's worth us getting any more orb slots. We've got 5. We're never going to fill them in this fight. Let's just end turn and see if we can finish this guy off. Hopefully we'll draw into dual cast and a strike, which would let us finish the battle. Ah, perfect. So if we dual cast now, so this is 8 damage every time you evoke it. So it's going to do 16 because it will do it twice. Let's do that. There we go. Leaves him on 6, which is exactly enough to finish him with a strike. Lovely. Some money. First card reward. Okay, we got Boost Away, 0 cost, 6 block, as a dazed into your discard pile. It's kind of a good card, actually. Very good in the early sort of floors as well. Stops us taking chip damage during these sort of hallway fights. Cool-headed, quite a useful card as well. Channel 1 Frost. So Frost is another kind of orb. We can see there on the description just to the right, it says that it gains block. So it'll be similar to the lightning in generally how it works, but it gains block instead. And it draws a card for us. The upgrade for this is quite nice in as much as it draws 2 cards. Very useful. Now we've got Charge Battery, a very good block card to be fair. Gain 7 block and the next turn gain 1 energy. Also very good. These are 3 good picks. I'm going to go for Cool-Headed, although it's a bit of a shame we didn't get something a little better. I prefer that you get an attack card that channels Frost as well. That would have been a really good... I would have picked that, definitely. But let's take Cool-Headed. Frost is extremely useful and one of the best sort of survivability tools that the Defect has. So while we're here, we're waiting for this guy to do his thing. Let's channel some Frost and we can have a look at that. So yeah, look, Frost passive at the end of your turn, gain 2 block, but if we evoke it, we'll gain 5. So very good. Let's, so we're going to get 2 block from this, definitely. He's going to hit for 4, so I think it's worth us full blocking. There's no point in us taking damage in such an easy fight. And maybe we'll just strike, and we'll leave it at that. We could super critical and use our dual cast, but I think I'd prefer to just leave the lightning sitting here doing passive 3 damage per turn for now. Oof. Okay. Let's do modded just for the card draw. Not really bothered about the orb slots just yet. Alright, let's channel another lightning. Now we'll be doing 6 passive damage each turn. And we'll just strike. Oh, lovely. We are getting to the point now, actually, where he's nearly weak enough to dual cast and kill. And this is a good-looking hand to do that. We can draw a card with Cool-Headed. And we've got 4 passive block, which is great news. If we hit him with this, he'll be down to 22. Dual cast will put is 16, so it won't quite kill him, but we can definitely kill him next turn if we do that. So let's do it. We'll super crit, throw both our blocks up, do that. Lovely. And as long as we hit a strike, which we did, he's dead. Perfect fight, very nice. Some money, a fortifier potion, triples our block. Kind of useful, although not my favourite. It's not the most useful for where we're going. It could help stop us taking damage in the first elite fight. But yeah, now I'm thinking, do I detour and go the other way? Yeah, because we could... Maybe we do detour and go this way. We'll do all these question marks here instead of all the hallway fights. We still get to hit a bonfire. We can try this elite. Are we going to be strong enough to beat the elite? That is the question. Hard to know. Hard to know. Let's have a look at what we've got in our card rewards first. Scrape, deals 7 damage, draw 4 cards, discard all cards drawn this way that do not cost 0. So, kind of specialised sort of utility card there if you've got a lot of 0 cost cards in your deck. We do not at this moment, so I think that rules him out. Hologram, gain 3 block, put a card from your discard pile into your hand, exhaust. Very handy little card that one is, especially if you've got things like, I don't know, super critical. You can fish it out of your discard pile and play it to get a load of energy on a turn. So that is quite useful. Boost away is also pretty good, as we've previously discussed. I think for now I'm going to take Hologram, actually. Especially for that use case we literally just mentioned. So I think we're going to be okay against the first elite. Let's go and test it out. Depending on how it goes, well, we're either going to fight in another elite or not. We'll hit a shop on the way as well, so let's just see what happens. I want to live a little. Let's do this. Maybe this is why I failed. Okay, we can get the Sword of the Stone, which will be something that gives us Relic after defeating 5 elites. We've done that on the previous playthrough on this channel, so that was, I can't remember what it was called, but you get the Sword of Stone awakened version, and I think it just means you start each combat with 3 strength, which is pretty good, increases all the damage of our attacks by 3. Hard to know at this point whether we have the damage. I'm actually thinking that maybe the elite fight is a mistake here, but we'll move. Do we go for that? Do I take some damage and take the money because we are going to be hitting a shop momentarily? Maybe the money's a better bet. Let's do it. Okay. Ran into a fight in this question mark room. Not ideal, but at the same time, kind of good. Gives us a chance to see another card reward. So maybe I can fix this problem of bad planning. Okay, so we just threw out a couple of attacks there and channeled another lightning. What's interesting is this guy shrunk us here, so you can see we've got this status shrink. So we do 30% less damage with our attacks right now, but that does not affect the damage of orbs. So very good stuff. Let's think this through. Probably worth. Let's draw another card. So we've got a strike. Only going to do 4 damage. Not the best. We can dual cast, which will hit him for 16, which will leave him on 6 damage. So we don't have quite enough to kill him. But if I hit him with a strike at the end of our turn, the other lightning will evoke and kill him. So hopefully we can do this. And when I press end turn, there we go. Lovely. Okay. Oh, this is not ideal at all. So we've got fusion, 2 energy, channel 1 plasma. So plasma is another orb type again, and it gains energy. It's kind of useful, don't get me wrong, but I think this is an expensive card without an upgrade. And it's not like we need loads of energy right now. We've got super critical. We haven't got many cards that cost, you know, everything costs 1. So I don't think there's much benefit of taking that. Coolant, at the start of your turn, gain 2 block for each unique orb you have. So if we've got frost and a lightning, that will give us 4 block. If we have 2 lightning, it'll only give us 2 block. And then another hologram. I'm not sure we need another hologram. I think the utility is kind of one-off. We can upgrade this, by the way, to remove the exhaust. But that's a kind of rare use case. I don't think you need to do it more than once, maybe per combat. Okay, it's a skip, unfortunately. Let's carry on. Okay, the Tea Master. So we can pay 50 gold to upgrade our starting hand at the next combat. We can get Ember Tea, which at the start of the next 5 combats gives us 2 strength. So that will upgrade the damage on our basic attacks. We haven't got any other attacks at the moment, so we're pushing our luck a little bit here. And then if we don't pay any money, we get the Tea of Discourtesy. My words are not coming out today. Discourtesy, which means we will shuffle 2 dazed into our draw pile at the start of each combat, at the next combat. I think we'll take the upgrade starting hand. I think that gives us the best chance of beating the elite we're about to fight. Okay. What do we upgrade? Let's have a look using this little view upgrades tick box down the bottom. So we can upgrade Modded to draw 2 cards. We can upgrade Cool-Headed to draw 2 cards. We can also upgrade Zap and Dual Cast to cost 0, which is very useful as well. Just trying to think, like, what is the most beneficial thing right now? For doing the boss, it's probably card draw to make sure we hit something that's going to help us either defend or attack when we want to. So we'll do Cool-Headed first. Alright, let's see who we get. Oh god, it's probably the hardest one that we could have had as our first. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not, we've got time. So this guy, the Bygone Effigy, he's got an interesting thing here called Slow. So whenever we play a card, the enemy will receive 10% more damage from attacks this turn. So what that means is you should always try and play your attack sort of last. So in this situation here, I can play all of these cards, which is pretty good. So we could play Modded, draw a couple of cards, see what we get. Actually, that could be good. Dual Cast has been upgraded as well, so it costs 0, which is going to be very handy. This damage bonus, doesn't affect the lightning because it's not an attack. It's orbs, right? Like it's a separate sort of mechanic. But this card's damage will increase. So if we manage to get this up a little bit, this would maybe do 10, 11 damage if we're lucky. So let's see what happens. We got a Zap. We got some more defense. I think worth playing a Zap. What else have we got energy for? We can do 1 defend. You can see here now this has gone up to 30%. Let's dual cast. It's gone up to 40% now. And then, oh yeah, look at that. We're getting 9 damage, but 12 damage on him from that increase. So much worth sort of planning the way you play your cards against this guy. We do have our Fortifier Potion, which is probably going to save our skin a little bit here. This is quite a handy turn, actually. We've drawn Super Critical and Hologram. So we could pull something out of here that would be useful for us. It'd be nice to get Dual Cast back again. So maybe that is the play, actually. We've also got Cool-Headed, which will shuffle our deck and pull things out for us. So if we do Cool-Headed first, we won't be able to... We'll have nothing in our discard pile, actually, because look, our draw pile is empty. So let's Hologram first to make sure we get Dual Cast back. Then we will Cool-Headed. Then I think we're going to just burn the super critical now, just to get the extra damage on this guy. Unfortunately, these strikes are not upgraded, so they're not going to get quite as much of a bonus as that first one did. But no worries, we move. Let's channel another lightning. Let's play super critical. Let's defend. Let's dual cast. Lovely. And these are getting upgraded by 3 as well. That's not actually too bad. So 9 damage each. Okay, so we've got him to about halfway. And now he's going to start attacking. He does 23 attack every turn. Quite tough to deal with. We could though, let's, we're a bit low on energy in terms of, I'm a bit wary about playing modded. Let's see, so we could block for 16 with these two. What are we going to have next turn? Cool-headed, dual cast, defend. So we can dual cast our frost orbs as well. So they gain 5 by default, but if we dual cast, we'll get 10 blocks. So that could work in our favour as well. So I don't think I want to draw any cards. I like the look of this hand as our next turn. So we'll leave that as it is. Let's zap. Let's defend. We're going to get hit for 13 here. Where was the... We've got to do a hallway fight after this. So I think... Let's use our Fortifier Potion. There we go. Now we can full block what he's about to do anyway, so that's good. And then let's just hit him with our strike. Yeah, some nice passive damage there from the orbs. The one trade-off you see of increasing your orb slots is now it makes it harder for us to evoke by just summoning another orb. So, yeah, there's there's upsides and downsides to having more orb slots. But they're great when you fill them all up with frost, absolutely. Okay, so this is an okay spot. I think let's channel some frost. We've got zap again. I think the play is probably to dual cast, defend, and then zap. Let's do that. So we get 10 block from evoking those orbs. We'll get 18 thanks to that. We'll get another 2 from this. So we're going to block for 20. This is one of the reasons like frost is very, very useful as a sort of mechanic. I could do another 7 damage to him. Maybe that's a better call actually. Or do we get channel an extra lightning, which will mean we're now doing 9 passive damage a turn. We've only got to survive like a couple more turns and he'll be dead. Let's think about it as well. Think about it this way. This will pay for itself if it's summoned in 2 turns. This... Yeah, I think that's worth doing. So let's zap. Nice. Okay, we've hit dual strike again, which is pretty great. We might... Have we got lethal here? I don't know if we have. We don't have much defense. Let's try and just calculate the damage. So we can evoke this orb twice. That'll do 18. We can strike, which is only going to do 9. So that's 27. Then we can hit with this, which is 33. So it's enough. Let's just do it. They should get bolstered very slightly. Oh no, not quite. Was my maths wrong there? It must have been. Good grief. But fine. Okay. It doesn't matter because we've still got some lightning orbs, which will kill him at the end of the turn. So that wasn't too bad. I think we made it through just losing a tiny bit of health. So that's pretty great. Lucky Tonic. This is a cool little potion. So we gain 1 buffer, and buffer is an effect that means we would not lose damage the next time we get hurt. So very good to use in place of block when you've got a single big hit coming in. Venerable Tea set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2 energy. Very nice. Okay, cards. Okay. Again, interesting choices here. Where's our damage, man? We've got Boot Sequence. Innate, gain 10 block, exhaust. Quite handy. A good sort of turn 1 solution for a lot of the fights where the enemies attack straight away. Hotfix. Gain 2 focus this turn, exhaust. So focus increases the effectiveness of orbs, and it does it by a value of 2. So for the lightning orbs, it means their passive damage goes up by 2 from 3 to 5. And then it means the evoke damage goes up from 8 to 10, which is pretty good. Same for block as well. It increases it by 2. So focus is very good and very tricky to get, generally. So I'm tempted by hotfix. Much better with an upgrade because then it doesn't exhaust. And since we've got a small deck, it'll be coming round. We can use it to take advantage of frost or lightning. It'll be quite handy. And then we've got synthesis. Deal 12 damage. The next power you play costs 0. Meh, that's not really. We don't have any powers yet. Doesn't really do anything for us. Boot sequence is quite good. Once you do have some powers, some of the powers upgrade to be innate, right? So you can have them in hand on your first turn. So having this in your hand on first turn is good as well because it means you can at least throw up a little block while you're getting your powers off. But I think it's going to be hotfix. Let's try it. Okay, this guy. We fought you before, sir. So he's doing 4 times 2. We did pick up this lucky tonic buffer potion a minute ago. So just to be clear there, right? This potion, if we used it, would only stop the first instance of 4 damage here. So we'd block 4, but then we'd get hit by the second 4. So not ideal. We don't have enough to full block here. Don't think it's worth playing the hotfix either. So I think for now, let's get another lightning up. Let's strike and let's defend. Gonna take 3 damage, but there's not much we can do. Much prefer to keep this potion for like a big hit from a boss or something. Okay. Let's get some frost up and see what we draw. Okay, super critical's nice. We can burn a bunch of energy in 1 turn if we want. Really missing the upgraded dual cast already, so if we get a chance, that might be one of my first upgrades. Yeah, maybe hotfix is hard to tell at this moment. Okay, so let's think. Can we full block? We could defend, which will give us 10. We'll get 2 from this, so that's nearly full blocking. That's probably good enough. Do I want to dual cast now? I think probably yes. Do 16 damage to him is pretty good. Alright, let's... Oh no, we don't have the energy for it. Curses. Alright, let's leave it. I don't want to play super critical just yet. We'll wait till he's a bit closer to dying. I think, yeah, he's going to debuff us now. So that's fine. Let him do that. This is a bit of an unfortunate draw. Can't really take advantage of much here. Let's see if we get some more interesting... That only draw 1. Oh, of course, because it was upgraded last combat. Yes. All right. Well, I guess for now, let's just zap and do a couple of strikes. Lightning's doing some good work for us. Okay, 21 damage coming in is pretty high. We've got hotfix on hand though, this could help us, so I think we definitely want to cool-headed... Let's just cool-headed first and see what we draw. Always a good idea. Okay, a couple more defends, fine. We've only got 2 energy left. So we're going to hotfix, because this will increase the potency of our frost orbs for this turn. So now they're going to get 4 each, so that's 8. So we can block for 18, which is nearly full blocking again. I think that's probably the best outcome we could hope for. These guys are going to hit him for 5 each this turn, so he's going to only have 15 health left now. Very nice. Hopefully we can finish it this turn. Yeah, dual cast will do it. There we go, not too shabby, not too shabby. Right, please give me a damage card this time. Please. Liquid Bronze Potion, not too bad, gives us 3 thorns, which means we retaliate when we are hit for 3 damage every time. Very good against multiple attacks, like the 2x3 or whatever. So very good. Okay, finally we've got something that can help us do some damage. Momentum Strike is not bad at all. Boost Away again, which we've seen pretty good as we've discussed. I think we have to take Momentum Strike here. Deals 10 damage, but then reduces this card's cost to 0. So he gets free to play after the first time, which is great. Means we can pull it back out with Hologram and always play it, which is great. So yeah, I think he's definitely the pick. Leap is okay. Decent block cards. I'd probably take a Boost Away over Leap though, just because it costs 0. This means you can play this a lot more frequently. The Dazed aren't too much of an issue, Plus, Defect does have some synergies with like status cards. We haven't seen any of that stuff yet, but hopefully we'll get to see some of that soon. Yeah, let's go this one. Upgrades to 13. Not bad at all. Okay, onwards. Halfway already. Let's see what we've got. Oh, Petrified Toad's not bad. So at the start of every combat now, it will create a potion-shaped rock, which goes up into our potions. Deals 15 damage when thrown at an enemy, so we can always sort of liberally use that thing. It's very nice. Okay, a shop. I'm just trying to figure out in my brain, though, do we rest when we get to this? I think we'll try the second elite. Well, let's see. What have we got here? Hello, Mr. Shopkeep. Okay, some interesting stuff just from a quick scan, but let's go through things one at a time. Beam Cell, deal 3 damage, apply 1 vulnerable. So vulnerable is pretty cool. There's not many ways you can apply vulnerable with the defect, so this is one of the better ways. And it's 0 cost as well, so very nice. Gunk Up is not too bad as well. Deal 4 damage 3 times, add a Slimed into your discard pile, which is another type of status. So we could invest in this, speculating that we might get something that deals with what they're called status cards soon. Chill, pretty nice card as well actually. Channel 1 frost for each enemy, so very useful like in the boss fight. So I'm tempted to take that for that reason. It could help significantly with our blocking, and we will need to block quite a lot. And I'm worried that our damage is low, so it might be quite hard for us to catch up, but we'll see. Leap again, we just saw that one, and bulk up is a nice power, so we lose 1 orb slot, but we gain 2 strength and gain 2 dex. Upgrades to 3, I think, yeah, pretty good. Chill has got a nice upgrade where it doesn't exhaust anymore, so that's pretty good. The beam cell upgrade's really nice as well, so then we apply 2 vulnerable, very useful. Down on the colourless cards, we've got Thrumming Hatchet, deal 11 damage at the start of your next turn, return this to your hand, pretty cool. Quite a nice card, that is, especially if you're lacking in damage. If we hadn't found, what's it called, Momentum Strike a minute ago, I probably would have bought this. Or maybe Gunk Up, actually, is probably a better bet. But we got Hand of Grace, deal 20 damage, if fatal, gain 20 gold. So a nice way to sort of farm yourself some extra cash, that one is. Bag of Marbles, at the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable. That's great. Happy Flower, every 3 turns gain energy, pretty good as well. Lava Lamp, at the end of combat, upgrade all card rewards if no damage was taken. It's a very, very good relic, that one is. I'm slightly sad we don't have more money, because I usually would buy that without even thinking about it. But I don't think we're in that sort of position. I think we need to take probably some of these cards up here. They're probably the most beneficial things, bang for buck wise. Bulk Up could be good. We do have, where is it gone again? Modded. So we are increasing, we've got a way of increasing our orb slots back up if we want to. And the 2 strength and 2 dex just helps us block, like pretty significantly. So I'm tempted by that. And Chill. And Gunk Up. And Beam Cell. Feels like a big spend, but I think we've been a bit unlucky with our draws. So let's do it. I hope I can buy them all. Perfect. We've got Spire as well for a potion. What have we got here? Skill potion, Swift potion, Vulnerable potion. It's quite an interesting one, actually. I think I'll probably take skill. We might get something quite handy in a pinch when he can't block. But there's also some interesting skills that Defect has that we might draw high roll into. So who knows? Let's see how that goes. Thank you very much, Mr. Shopkeeper. Off we go. Okay, who we got? Vine Shambler. This guy's quite interesting. He's hit for 6 times 2. Pretty high damage. Unfortunately, we don't have much block in hand. So I think I might just bulk up here just to get a little extra defense. We're just going to have to take some damage here. We might have to rest at the next campfire if this doesn't improve. But now, yeah, our card blocks for 7, so that's a bit better. Let's go. I'm sure this guy does something. Yeah, he's given us... Oh yeah, he afflicts our cards so that our attacks cost 1 more energy. Which is pretty annoying, actually. I want to play Momentum Strike just to make sure that that's 0 cost from now. Especially if he's going to afflict it, so it'll be cost 1 more than normal after that. So continuing to pay 1 for that would be good. I don't want to pay 2 for it, that's for sure. Let's play cool-headed first. Okay, we hit beam cell, so that's really useful. Let's play that now. So he's vulnerable. Let's chill and get another frost orb out. Let's defend. We've got full block now at least, so that's good. And let's deal some damage to him. Very nice. It's halfway to dead, so we should be okay. Tangled is a bit of a pain, though. Okay. Quite a bit of damage coming in. Maybe we hit modded, see what's left in our draw pile. Super critical is very useful. We can play both of our attacks then. So let's do that. We can also hotfix. That means our orbs are going to give us 8 block now, so we can do this as well. We're going to take 1 damage here, but that's not too bad at all. Let's hit him with Gunked Up. Oh my god, he's dead. No, 1 HP. Can you believe it? Thought he was going to die for a moment there. Okay, just beam sell him. Off you go, sir. Very nice, very nice. 20 gold. An energy potion. That is kind of useful. But I think we're okay. We've got our super critical, so I don't think we need much more energy. Okay, some extra cards again. So we've got Claw, deal 3 damage, increase the damage of all Claw cards by 2. This combat costs 0 energy as well. Kind of can be quite good, but I think you need a very sort of specific setup to make it work. You can play it with hologram. There are also some powers and stuff, and other attacks that bring 0 cost cards into your hand again. So can be quite good. I don't think I want it. I think we're okay with our 2. We've got 2 alright damage cards now. We've got Gunk Up and Momentum Strike. Gunk Up benefits a lot from Bulk Up, so pretty good. Sweeping Beam, deal 6 damage to all enemies, draw 1 card. The upgrade on this one is a bit of a shame it doesn't increase the draw. If it did, I think this card would be way better. Not bothered about getting this one. It does do Area of Effect to all enemies, but it's kind of weak. I don't think it really helps that much. Tempted by Iteration. So this is the first time you draw a status each turn, draw 2 cards. And we do have a couple of cards that are making statuses, don't we? Or do we only have 1? We've got Gunk Up, which is putting a slime into our discard pile. But that is it. I thought we had something else for some reason. No, it's because we saw that other one. What's it called? Can't remember now. The defense card. But okay, that's fine. Let's... So do I take Iteration? I don't think we're quite ready for Iteration either. Feels like a bit of a waste of a draw at this point. So I think this is just a skip. Or do I take Claw? Just because it's an extra little bit of damage that's going to help in the long run. Maybe in this boss fight when we do need to burst down some enemies. Let's try it out. As much as I said, it's not my favourite. Let's do it. Okay, so I think this one's a rest. We'll probably scrape through this elite without losing all of that health, but then we do have to do a hallway fight afterwards. So I'd rather we just fill up now, and if we're in good shape here, we can heal here. We can upgrade here. So let's rest to be safe. Almost full health. Feels a bit more comfortable going into this fight. Okay, this guy. Not the end of the world. We could pop the Thorns potion here for the second part, but we'll see how we're getting on before we decide to do that. Alright, very important to try and burst this guy down as quick as we can. So he's going to give us some status cards. Now he puts them straight into our discard pile. They're just unpleasant status cards that damage us if they're in our hand. He'll then attack, and then he does this again. So we want to try and make sure we kill him before he does this the second time, at least. We've started with 5 energy because we've got the T set, so I forgot that would happen. We can play everything here, so we should have a really nice first turn. So let's just put everything we've got on him. Very good. Very good. Look at that, 20 HP left. We might even be able to finish him before he hits us, if we're lucky. So let's throw out modded, see if we draw into another attack. Hotfix, not the best, but that's okay. Chill, I'm going to save until we get to the second phase of this fight when he splits into several enemies, because then we'll be able to channel, you know, multiple frost at once. So this is looking a little bit tricky, not going to lie. We could play this for 10 damage, leaving him on 10. If we if we hologram, can I pull something back? We could pull back Gunk Up and just finish him off, which is probably a good idea. So let's do that. The only thing I'm worried about here is we won't... No, actually, because we'll kill him now. The spawns will appear, and then we can use Chill to just set ourselves up to defend the next turn. So that's actually sounding like a very, very good thing to do. Very nice. Now we can hit Chill. There we go, we've just summoned 4 Frost ready, so we've got 8 passive defense every turn now, which is fantastic news. Our Evoked Lightning hit this guy and taken him down to 9, so that's pretty good. We'll save the Hotfix as well for now, for maybe a turn where it's more useful. Oh, we love that block noise. Lovely. Come on, they've all worn off their sort of dizzy phase. Okay, we got Super Critical, we've got Bulk Up in hand, so these are very nice developments, I think. So we got 12 damage coming in. These guys are going to continue to give us some of those horrible status cards, these infection ones. We didn't look at them yet. Can't play them. And at the end of our turn, if we're holding one of these, we'll take 3 damage, which is not too bad if you get 1, but if you draw like 3 at a time, it's quite hard to deal with. Oh, well, sorry, we didn't finish talking about it. So they're going to give us some more of those cards, but they're also buffing their strength. So I think they work in pairs, basically. So a good option is to probably just take out, like, 2 of them. Like the front one and the second one, or the third one and the fourth one, just so that way you've only got to deal with 1 attack every turn. Let me think. Let's cool-headed see what we get. Okay, a couple more defense cards. Not the best result, but not too bad either. So I think we'll bulk up. I don't think we even need to defend, do we? We've lost an orb slot there, which is a bit of a shame. So what are we going to do here? We've got 5. We're going to gain 6. So maybe we just chill. I think that's fine. Let's just do a bit of chip damage to this guy. Maybe the back one, actually, because he's got slightly less health. So we'll do that. Do I just leave this? Yeah, let's save it, just in case Super Critical's more useful on another turn. Hopefully, we can finish off this back guy this turn. Not a great result. We can hotfix, though, to get some extra block from our orbs, which puts us in a position where we nearly have enough to full block. And in fact, if we zap as well, it'll evoke one of these, and if we play hotfix first, we'll gain 7 block from that. So let's do that. So now we've got 7 block here, and 8 more coming in, so we're again just 1 short of full blocking. But we might as well play it, I think, or do I play the Slimed and see if we get an attack? Could be helpful. Curses, we got an infection. But that's fine, we've got a spare defend card, so we'll throw that up. And we'll continue to chip these guys down. Let's go for this guy next. Hopefully we can finish him off next turn. So yeah, having some sort of like hits all enemies move would have been useful for this encounter. There is a type of orb we get called glass, which could have been really helpful for that. Unfortunately, we haven't had much luck with that, hitting that though. Okay, this is looking kind of tricksy. But we are in a position where we can play Beam Cell and kill this guy. We can play Gunk Up and kill this guy. So we don't need to defend anymore, but we do have these infections in our hands, which is a little bit annoying. They're going to hit us for 6, but we've got 4 passive blocks, so that's okay, I think. We can live with that. Right, we need to try and finish these guys off. They're getting quite strong now. 10 damage from each of them is pretty high. I think I'm going to pop this skill potion. Let's see what we get. Okay, Shadow Shield's not bad. It'll be free this turn as well. Since it's a 2-point card, I think that just makes the most sense to me. We'll take that. Get a nice bit of defense there. Now we're full blocking. We do need to watch out for the extra damage we're going to take from the infections. We might as well full block because next turn both of these guys will just be buffing themselves again. So let's make sure we can full block. I'm going to play Slime just to see what we get. Cool-Headed's alright, but there's no point playing this now because it'll draw us some cards and we can't play them. It looks like next turn, you know, we should get Momentum Strike, Dual Cast. Dual Cast not the best though because we've got Frost at the front. Be nicer if we didn't. So do I play Cool-Headed? But you just know we're going to draw Dual Cast if I do that. Do we take a gamble? Let's take a gamble. Oh, perfect actually. That'll do. That'll do nicely. We got 32 block that round. That was pretty good. We haven't talked about Dark, sorry. We summoned a Dark Orb, so these ones are really quite interesting. They're very good for doing big damage. So the passive effect is at the end of this turn, it increases this orb's damage by 6. And then when you evoke it, it does the blue number, basically. So the white number is how much it goes up every turn. The lower number is how much damage it'll do. So with Dual Cast, for example, we could do 24 damage with that, right? Like, it's pretty good. But this is looking good. We can just finish these guys off right here, I hope. We didn't even need to Dual Cast. Just punch them to death. All good. Okay, some more cash. An attack potion. Very handy. A red mask, which I clicked a bit quick, but that applies 1 week to all enemies at the start of a combat. And then we've got some more cards again. So we've got Ball Lightning. Deal 7 damage, channel 1 lightning. It's okay. I'm not planning on us using much more lightning. What I'd really like to get into is maybe Dark Orbs if we can. We've got a few ways of creating Frost Orbs for now, so that's pretty good. Maybe it is lightning though. Could be nice as a way of just cycling the orbs, making sure we can do a bit of passive damage and sort of evoke our Frost when we need to. Another hot fix is also good, especially because it exhausts. And over time we can work on upgrading them both so they don't. It's very handy cards to just pull in a pinch. And at the moment, you know, we've got 1 hotfix that we'll get every 4 hands. So having 1 every 2 hands would be pretty useful. I think that's what I'm going to pick. Let's do it. Oh, we did. Iteration. Did we see that one before already? Yeah, it was when you draw a status, draw a card, or draw a few cards even. Very good once you've got a bunch of statuses being generated. Okay, these guys are not too bad. If we can get through this fight without losing too much health, we won't need to heal at the next bonfire before the boss. So that brings me a little joy. Let's, we've got hotfix, we've got cool-headed. I think I'll cool-headed first, see if we get anything more interesting. We've got double hotfix, very nice. I don't think, well, we might have to use it actually. So if we chill, let's do that. Now we're going to get 6 passive block. We do this, we'll get 9 passive block, which is pretty great. That's probably enough. We don't need to use the other one. So let's do that. And then we'll start chipping down this guy at the front. This guy buffs himself. He's very weak on his first turn, but I think he gives himself quite a big buff, like 7 or something. So we do want to make sure we can finish him off. How did my maths get wrong for that? We got 12. Oh, because it went up by 2, not by 1. That's why. But yeah, 12 blocks. So we did manage the full block there. That's a very good result. Bulk up is probably a good bet. But at the same time, I think we need to try and finish this front guy off before he gets too strong. We can hit him for 12 using this. If we bulk up and then do that, it's going to hit him for 18, which nearly kills him. The only thing then, of course, is how do we block? We've got 6 passive blocks, so this guy's going to do 8. That's not too bad. We can use the claw to finish this guy off. Let's do that. Talk myself into it. Okay, nice. We've lost an orb slot. Didn't think about how that would happen, so now we're actually only going to get 4 passive block. But we move, it's fine. We'll live. We'll live. Okay. Let's do modded, see if we get anything interesting. Beam cell's very handy. So let's throw that out. I think here we want to try and block. We've got 4 passive block. This will give us 9. I want a full block because I want to try and preserve our HP as much as possible for the boss now. So let's full block and throw out Momentum Strike. We should be in a good position to finish this guy in the next turn or 2. And now it's just him. It's not quite as much to worry about. Okay. Not the best draw. I hate it when you get a turn like this when they're not doing anything. Let's have a look. Oh, momentum strikes back. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Some money. A colourless potion. Also quite nice. We get 1 of 3 random colourless cards down into our hand. It's free to play this turn. I actually kind of think that's probably better than the attack potion. Is it? No, I think attack potion is better. We guaranteed get an attack and that could help us finish someone off. Let's see what card rewards we've got. Another sweeping beam. Trash to treasure. Whenever you create a status, channel 1 random orb. This is a really good little power. I kind of like it. We've only got 1 card that's creating a status for us at the moment, which is Gunk Up. But it is going to make me take some of the other ones that we see. If we take this, and then we got another momentum strike. We definitely don't need that. Let's trash to treasure. Let's do it. Okay, I think 47 HP should be enough to do this boss, in my experience, unless it goes very wrong. But I kind of feel like our deck's okay. We're cycling through it kind of quickly. We're finding ways to play the things we want pretty quick, so that's quite nice. So let's see what we can upgrade. What's a good upgrade that's going to help us beat the boss? So there's 3 enemies. We want to try and burst them down quite quickly. I think it could be Chill is a good upgrade here. I think it would let us play this multiple times in this fight. Hotfix would be good as well, but I don't think that's it right now. I feel like Chill is more useful than that. Bulk Up is also really good. 1 extra strength and dex, not to be sniffed at all. But I do think it's Chill. Let's take Chill. Hopefully that'll give us the frost we need to survive through this fight. Okay, so we got 3 guys, 2 followers, and a priest at the back. Luckily, our red mask has weakened them straight off, which is very handy. This guy at the front is buffing him, so we're going to focus on killing this guy first. Him at the back is doing a debuff on us. I can't remember what it actually is. It's probably going to be something that affects how good our defense cards are. Even more of a reason to have Chill. So that's great news. We got Bulk Up in hand on first turn, which is great. So to help chip down the other enemies, let's also, we can use our Thorns potion here. So I'm going to drink that now. I feel like this is a good opportunity. We'll get quite a lot of value out of it. But let's bulk up. We've lost an orb. Oh, of course we lost an orb slot. Curses. That's alright though, that's fine. What will actually happen now is we'll summon 3 frosts, and 1 of them will get evoked straight away and give us a bit more defense, so that's not too bad at all. So now we're going to block for 9 at the end of this turn, which is exactly 4 blocking, so I'm happy about that. Let's hit this guy and then turn. Hardly spent any energy there. Okay, yeah, they have put on Frail, so we're getting 25% less block from cards for 1 turn. Which is not too bad, because we have also used our bulk up, so we're feeling a bit stronger generally anyway. Let's look at what damage we've got before we think what we're doing. So 7 plus 4 plus that, 19. So with no defense in hand, which is really quite sad. So we've got 4 passive block. It's probably the best thing we can do. We could play Trash to Treasure and then Gunk Up, which will generate us a new orb. So that'll evoke one of these and give us a bit more defense. We can also then do that again with Zap, so that could be quite useful. The only thing is that doesn't let us strike and claw, but that's fine. Let's do it just for the sake of maintaining our HP. Oh, nice. It's generated a glass for us. So this one is passive at the end of our turn, deal 4 damage to all enemies and reduce this orb's value by 1. And then Evoke will do double the damage. So next turn this will go down to 3, 2, 1, and then it'll just sit at 0 until you evoke it. But quite useful in this encounter actually. And I think the best plan for now is to just zap and evoke our other frost, just so we block as much of this damage as we can. And then let's claw this guy at the front. Oh, look at that, lovely. Very handy. Okay. So this time he's doing 8. He's doing 9. Not to be sniffed at, but the frail is at least worn off now, so we can block for 14, which is not too bad at all. We can also cool-headed, which I think I'm going to do. We'll just see what comes out. Okay, beam cell's really useful. I think I'm going to prioritize killing this guy over anything else. But in fact, I think we've got enough energy to do what we want anyway. So if we beam cell this front guy, momentum strike him should kill. Lovely. Now we only need to block 9. We've already got 2 from this, so we only need to play 1 defense card, which is great news. I think I'll play modded, even though it's going to draw something we won't be able to use necessarily. We might draw a hot fix, but I don't think we need to. Play it. That's fine. Excellent. And at least now we've got more space for more frost. That's good. We managed to full block there. Perfect. Okie doke. Drawn hologram, but discard's empty, which is a little shame. He's doing 7, so we only need 1 defense card to handle that. Let's strike. Not much else we can do, really. So let's just move on. Okay. Gunk Up will do 18. That'll do 12, so we can kill this guy this turn, so that's great. I think then we can defend. We're almost full blocking, so that's perfect. Down he goes. We've also generated glass again, which is extremely handy. So let's just defend. Almost a full block. We could just hotfix. We've got another hotfix sitting in the deck anyway, so let's just use that just to chip down this guy's health a little bit more. Okay, we're frail again. Not ideal. And a shame that Chill's only just drawn back through once we killed the other guys. Always works out like that. But that's fine. He's hitting for 10. We haven't got any other block. Let's just chill and then dual cast it. Now we're full blocking, which is fantastic. Maybe we'll just mod it one more time, see if we draw anything useful. Not the most useful, but that's fine. Let's just hit him again. Claw is getting beefier and beefier all the time. It now does 7 damage, which is great. Okay. 15 damage coming in. Let's cool-headed, see what we get. Some slimes, not ideal. We've made those ourselves. Hopefully we'll get some stuff that'll help us get rid of these cards as well. There's some good stuff that lets us do that. I guess then this kind of feels like we just defend. Well, we got 2 energy. Defend, beam cell, and then strike maybe. Let's do that. I think we're okay health-wise. Like, I'm not really that worried. He's chipping us down very slowly, but I think we're going to win the race, sort of thing. Let's just hit him and hit him. Not much else we can do this turn. Oh yeah, look, our glass has run out here, so you can see it's gone dim. So, could really do with replacing that. This is quite interesting. We could get beam cell back using our hologram, which I am tempted to do, just so we can do a little extra damage. Because we can do 12 with this, 9 with this, both 0 cost. Very, very good. So let's do that, in fact. Give me beam cell, just to up this damage. Don't need that. So close to killing him, but we can just throw up a chill, throw another defend up. He can't touch us. All good. Okay. Is he dead here? No, because we don't have any other damage except gunk up. But it will generate us another orb, so who knows what effect that might have. Oh, it's another frost. How delightful. Let's dual cast one of these just to make sure we can full block. Probably didn't even need to do that. Bit overkill, but who cares? Oh, the Thorns potion finished him. Delightful. There we go, Act 1 complete. So let's see what we've got. Okay, Spinner. At the turn of your turn, at the start of your turn, channel 1 glass. Pretty good. The upgrade is much better though. Channels 1 glass immediately and then continuously summons glass. It's kind of good, but I think if you're relying on frost to do defense, it can be a little bit awkward because it sort of pushes out your frost orbs when you don't want them to go and stuff like that. So it's kind of good, but also not one I want to choose right now, I don't think. Reboot. Shuffle all of your cards into your draw pile, draw 4 cards, exhaust. 0 cost, quite useful. If you get a dead draw and you're sort of stuck, very handy for getting you out of trouble. Or if you've got spare energy and you want to play some more cards. The upgrade is very much worth it as well, so we draw 6 instead of 4, which is great. Quite a good card, but I think Shatter is definitely going to take it. They recently, at the most recent patch, I think they upgraded this card. It used to just evoke once. But essentially deals 11 damage to all enemies, evokes all of your orbs twice. So this is just nuts, like extremely powerful. You can have Frost, Lightning, Dark, whatever in your orb stack, and all of them get dual cast, which is just insanely good. So powerful, a very good either kill the enemy button or save yourself with block button. So I think it has to be Shatter. Very good card. Alright. We've got Knowledge Demon for Act 2. He's a tough one. I think we want to make sure we can do a lot of block by the time we get to him. And we're kind of feeling strong on our block at the moment, thanks to our Frost. And Bulk Up's going to help as well. So maybe we want to find a couple of extra block cards to make use of this Dexterity that we'll have from that. We also want to try and upgrade this, I think, this act, if we can. What other upgrades are probably useful? Trash to Treasure is quite good because it makes it innate, so we'll have it... in our starting hand. The hot fixes, definitely. Beam Cell, there's a lot of upgrades I'd like to do here. So yeah, tough choices, absolutely. But I think, yeah, probably the first bet would be Bulk Up, then the hot fixes maybe. Trash to Treasure as well. Once we get some more status generation, I think Trash to Treasure is definitely getting upgraded. But let's have a look at the act. Let's see what we've got before we look at the ancient offerings. Okay. So again, looking pretty tricky. See, if we go this left path, we've got a nice opportunity to rest straight after an elite, which I like to do, and a double campfire to do an upgrade. But then some late hallway fights, which could be quite tricky. We want to fight 2. We have to go via this guy. Oh no, we could go this guy as well. But there's not much opportunity to rest if we go this way. And not many campfires either. So yeah, looking quite awkward, not gonna lie. I think... probably tempted to go aim for this one. We can make a call if we're feeling strong. Maybe we'll go for this elite. But we should have quite a bit of cash, so maybe we'll go the shop route after that. We'll have a nice clear run, 3 campfires a shop with 1 hallway fight before the boss. Just depends whether we get those block cards. Hopefully the shop will help us do that if we haven't. So do we come this way through this elite? Are we going to be strong enough by the time we get there? I'm trying to think of the elites we get here. We get the weird floating pyramid guy. We get the triple worms, which we need some sort of AoE to deal with those, definitely. And then there's the bee guy as well. Bee guy's quite hard. Especially because we don't have much... If we had Dark Orb generation, I think I'd feel more comfortable about that. So I think we're going to have to play safe and actually go this route. Which does mean hitting another shop a bit earlier, which is not ideal. But we could always just not spend much money there. So maybe we aim for this way. And then we'll make a call on whether we take the elite or not when we get there. I think it might be something we have to do because I much prefer the idea of a campfire then an elite as opposed to 2 harder hallway fights. Okay, let's see what Pile's got for us. Okay, Pile's Flesh, gain energy at the start of your 3rd turn and every turn after that. Sacrifice card rewards to Pile. Every 2 sacrifices get a relic. Or Pile's Legion, doubles block gain from a card and then goes to sleep for 2 turns. That's actually not bad, especially given the boss that we've got coming up. I I think I'm tempted to take that, to be honest. Just trying to think, doubling the block gain from a card is good. Is energy more useful than that? It could be. We've got a couple of things that are a bit expensive. Have I got another thing? No, it's just bulk up. Yeah, I think we'll try Pyle's Legion. I've only ever had it once before, so I'm going to take it just because it gives you a cool little friend that comes to the fights with you, which is quite nice. But yeah, let's go. Okay, Thieving Hopper. This guy'll steal one of our cards on his next turn, so let's just try and get a good first turn, although this is not my favourite, not going to lie. What are we going to do? Let's throw out Modded just to get an extra card. Okay, Claw's not bad. Let's throw up a Chill. I think I want to hotfix here just to make sure we can block. Although, actually, no, we don't need to because our defense is doubled thanks to our little friend here that we've got. So that's Pyle's Legion right in front of us. It's a little weird. He looks a little bit like a little pink doggo. So he'll double our first defense, but he will go to sleep for 2 turns. So let's do that so we can full block. And then I guess we'll just strike and claw. We do have a potion-shaped rock, so we should probably try and just use that this fight. I'll wait until this guy goes into like a flying state, which we can knock him out of if we hit him 5 times. So maybe we'll get a chance to do that, and this rock will help. Let's just see. So yeah, look, the doggo's turned into a weird little barrier, but now he's gone into a little blob, and he'll stay like that or maybe he'll come back next turn. I'm not sure. I don't think it'll be next turn. It'll be the turn after. Okay, not much to really do this turn. Let's just Beam Cell and Momentum Strike. Okay, so he's stolen Chill from us, which is not too bad. It's only given us 1 frost in this fight anyway. So now we're at the phase, look, where he's got Flutter, so he takes 50% less damage from attacks, but if we hit him 5 times with attacks, he will fall down. I think he gets stunned as well, actually. But I think we've been very lucky in as much as we've drawn into Gunk Up, which means we can hit him 4 damage 3 times. So that's going to do 3 attacks, I hope. I think it works like that. And then we can hit him with these 2 other attacks, and that should be it. So let's throw it out. Yep, so you can see this thing's ticked down from 5 to 2. Perfect. We can just do that. Knocks him down. He won't attack anymore, so we don't need to worry about defense. Perfect. Okay, he's come back. He's going to do 14 damage this time. Shatter's ready to go. Maybe it's time to use that, actually. So we've got some good other cards in hand. So what we could do is Cool-Headed to make another Frost. Zap to make another Lightning. We can hotfix to boost the effect of all of our orbs. Then we can shatter them. And I think that should give us... It might even kill him. Let's think about it. These are going to do 10 damage each. Yeah. He's only got 30 health. We'll do 40 damage. So we don't even have to play the Cool-Headed. Let's hotfix that. Shatter. Off you go, sir. Okay, let's take back Chill. Thank you. It takes such a long time for that to go off the screen. But okay, what have we got? Lightning Rod. Gain 4 block at the start of your next 2 turns. Channel 1 Lightning. So a little bit similar to that Glass Power we saw not long ago. But for the same reason I said then, I don't really want to take this. Mainly because I feel like it's going to stop me hanging on to my Frost Orbs when I want to. Deal 7 damage, channel 1 Lightning, Bull Lightning, we've seen that already, and Sweeping Beam again. Can we get some new cards, please, Mr. RNG? I think this is a skip for me. Oh, do we do Sweeping Beam? No, I don't want to do Sweeping Beam. I'd prefer if we can get some glass. It's quite a nice orb to be able to summon when we want it. Oh, dang. Okay. So we can get rid of our potion-shaped rock. It randomly selects one of your potions, so it's quite funny it's chosen that one, because we get one of those every combat anyway. And would gain 10 max HP. Not too bad, but we can lose 6 HP and enchant an attack with Vigorous 8, which means the first time that card's played, it deals 8 additional damage. Which is insanely useful on Gunk Up, because now that'll do 12 damage 3 times. Very strong. Very strong. I think it's going to have to be that. I don't think that I care about the max HP. You could put it on a different attack, but it's only the first time you use it. So, I mean, it makes Claw really strong for 0, but I think it's much more useful on Gun Cup since it hits multiple times. Lovely. 36 damage for 1 energy is fantastic. Just not going to be very good if we fight the B-Man, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. Okay. These guys, so they're called exoskeletons. They have like a hard to kill buff on them, which means they can't be hurt for more than 9 on a single attack. A little bit awkward to deal with. But okay, let's see. I think we could... I'm not sure bulk up is really worth it. Is it? Just trying to think. I think we've got dual cast as well. Okay, let's hotfix. We'll dual cast our lightning orb just to see what happens when we do that. Okay, not bad. It can only hit for a maximum of 9, remember? Even the orbs get affected by that. So maybe we could now chill. No, let's not chill, actually. If we chill first, what would happen is, and then bulk up, we'd summon 3 orbs, which would be great. But then the bulk up just deletes the last one without evoking it, so you don't get any benefit from it. So if we bulk up first, that'll make sure we've got 2 orbs, and now we'll summon 3 orbs because there's 3 enemies, but the first one will get evoked and we'll get the benefit of the block from it. Nice. So we get to full block. Very good result. We'll see if we can finish this guy at the back next turn, because he's going to get quite strong. Especially if he ends up doing a multi-attack. Let's see. So he's got 19 HP. We'd need to hit him 3 times to defeat him, which is a little bit tricksy. We've got 4 passive block as it is. I definitely want to try and kill him. So if he loses 9, he'll be on 10. We can throw the potion-shaped rock at him. That could work. We do have double block off our first block card as well, so let's not forget about that. That's kind of useful too. So actually, I think that makes my choice for me. Let's defend. And we'll use the potion-shaped rock. There's no point not using it, since we'll get another one at the start of the next combat. Is that when it triggers? Yeah, at the start of each combat, it'll fill that slot up for us again, so no worries. And now we've only got 2. This guy's already nearly half dead. So we'll focus on this guy next, hopefully. Not the best draw. He's only going to do 9. So let's make him vulnerable. Hit him with Claw. He's very nearly dead. We can defend. Lovely. Another full block. Oh, maybe I should have played modded there, right? To draw another card, because we had 2 energy left. But no worries. All good. Oh, we win. So we can strike this guy and kill him, and gunk up 14 damage 3 times. Good night, little bug guy. Alright, what we got this time? Cold Snap, deal 6 damage, channel 1 frost. Very handy little card. Uproar. Deal 6 damage twice, play a random attack from your draw pile. Can be really useful if you have some really big, high energy attacks. But it can also be a sort of curse in this deck because we've got Shatter. If it plays that, we lose all of our orbs when maybe we don't want to. So yeah, I don't think it's Uproar for me right now. Shadow Shield we had as a freebie not too long ago. Gain 11 block, channel 1 dark. Could be good, could be nice to actually get some dark on the go. But I kind of feel like I want Cold Snap right now. Cold Snap to just generate some more Frost Orbs when we need them would be very, very useful. More so than this, I think. Hoping we might stumble across, there's another card that just summons a single Dark Orb. I'd much prefer that. So, because this is 2 energy as well, it's kind of high cost. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. So how are we generating Frost at the moment? We get 1 from that. And we get 1 from Chill. So it's quite slow for us to build Frost Orbs. Yeah, I'm going to take Cold Snap. Feels like the right thing to do. Okay, these guys can be really tricky. Hopefully we can do this without too much trouble. My advice is to just pick one to try and burst down. So they give us some status cards, but these guys do it in a different way. They put them directly into our hand and they will damage us at the end of the turn. So we want to... It's hard. You can play them out of your hand to stop yourself taking damage. And I think defending works against them as well. Or do they directly make you lose HP? I can't remember. We'll find out in a minute. But pick one to burst down. This guy's going to buff his strength first, so I think we're going to go for him. Let's start with a cool-headed anyway, see if we draw anything else. It's more useful. Oh, we've hit straight into bulk up, which we should probably play. I feel like it's going to give us so much value over this fight, and it's quite a tricky fight. We do have a buffer potion we can use for when we're going to take some big damage from this. We're only taking 3 right now. We've got 2 from our Frost Orb anyway. Could always hotfix to make a full block, but I don't think it's worth it for 3 damage. I think let's just bulk up. We didn't lose the back orb yet, so that's kind of good. I think I'm going to use this potion-shaped rock probably to finish this guy off. We'll see how it goes. So there you go. You can see he's put these toxic cards in our hand. The wording is important and lets you know whether your block affects it. So if it says like something like lose 6 HP, which some of them do, that means you'll just lose 6 HP and it doesn't matter about your block. But this says take 5 damage, so block will affect that. Okay though, so let's look at this real quick. What have we got? I think we could super critical here to make sure we can play everything out of our hands, including the toxic, so we don't need to worry about defending them. We don't have any defense in hand, which is not great. We can hotfix though. We can trash the treasure. So I think it is going to be that. Let's trash the treasure first. Let's gunk up on this guy. Hang on, 14 damage 3. I forgot we had Vigorous 8 on it. Wow, very nice damage. We've got 8 damage left, so that's even better news. Let's do that to get rid of him. Let's super critical, just so we can get rid of these toxic cards. I did just notice that as well that we've generated a plasma orb. So at the start of your turn, gain 1 energy. If we evoke it, we'll gain 2. Plasma is unaffected by focus. So hotfix does not affect it. It could get really crazy really quickly if it did. So maybe what we'll do here is we'll just play these toxics. And we'll play the hotfix just for a little bit of damage negation. We could buffer. What are we going to lose here? 9? No, I think that's okay. Let's take the 9. I'd rather keep buffer for the elite that we're going to fight next. Okay. This isn't bad. I don't think Shatter's worth playing. Maybe we chill. Got enough for a full block now, so that's fine. Well, let's claw, let's strike. I don't want to zap. I think I'd rather keep the plasma for the next turn, so we've got 4 energy. What do we got next turn? Nothing that exciting, unfortunately. Look at that. We're lucky we'll draw into modded, and we can at least maybe get an attack, but we have to... No, we won't. We'll just get one of these cards, right? So yeah, not the greatest turn next turn. So is the play to just like shatter, just to do some more? Well, we won't do much damage. Unless what I do is this, and then we shatter. Okay, that was pretty good. I think that's probably worth it. We've got the potion-shaped rock that we could use as well. So maybe right now, let's throw that. Just as we said before, though, you should always remember that vulnerable only applies to attack damage, right? So it doesn't, your orbs don't count towards that, potions don't count towards that. But let's just throw that out there. We'll play modded just to shuffle our deck on the next turn. But I think we've won. I think we've won, guys. Oh, another shatter. Go on then. That'll do. Okay, very good fight. I think we lost a tiny bit of health, but very pleased. Heart of Iron, great potion, gains 7 plating. So plating gives us equivalent level of block at the end of our turn. And then the value of it drops by 1. So yeah, very good indeed. What have we got here? Okay, glasswork. That could be very useful. Cool. Do I take glasswork? I think it is a glasswork. We've got another beam cell. Another hotfix and a glasswork. And it's a glasswork plus, which is very nice. A good amount of block on that card. We do want a bit of extra block for the boss, so I'm going to take it. Alright, who have we got? A Louse Progenitor. Okay. He's attacking for 6. Let's cool-headed see what we get. Our first block is going to be a nice big one, thanks to our... What's this guy called again? Pale's Legion. So let's just do 1 block and Momentum Strike. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. So this guy's got... it's disappeared now, but he's got a thing which is every time you hit him, he retracts into like a curled up state and gets some shield. So you can't... It's a bit tricky to batter him with multiple attacks in a single turn. But that's alright, we can deal with this. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have that status anymore. Interesting. Okay, let's... should we dual cast first, I think? Just to hit him with that lightning. Then we will glasswork. And then we will chill. I'll just hit him with a strike. So I played the frost behind the glass here so that eventually when this starts to evoke round, we keep the frost orb. I think I'm more interested in that. This will run out in a couple of turns anyway. So we might as well just push it to the front as quick as possible. Okay. Par's Legion's back awake, so that's very handy. Have we got something in here that could help? We could play our, what's it called again? Hologram to grab it out. Trash to Treasure's probably not worth it right now. What have we got next turn? Gunk Up's coming. That's pretty good. We could also bulk up, then Gunk Up for some huge damage. Shame Beam Cells here, but that's fine. So I think... What could we pull back that would help? Maybe Chill helps? Or a Hotfix, maybe? Yeah, maybe it's Hotfix. Okay, let's double the block of... Oh no, we haven't got... Have we got double block? Yeah, but we've got... Sorry, we've got Frail. Not the best, so... We'll throw him up. Throw this guy up. Let's get one of these hotfixes back. Play that. Play the beam cell. Play a claw. Didn't have enough to get through, but that's fine. It will take a couple of points of damage here, but that's not too bad. Okay. This is a tricksy one. So, maybe the play here, 14 damage coming in. We could really do with... I've only got 3 energy, which is a real shame. I'd like to bulk up and then gunk up. But I'm wondering whether it's a better plan to just get another Frost Orb, gunk up. We could even shatter after that. So let's try that. Oh, there's a zap. But I definitely want the block, I think. Although maybe we don't need that much block. Ah, it's fine. Let's just deal with it. Very nice damage. Or maybe... Oh, I don't have enough energy to zap and then do shatter. So if we do this, let's just think. Is this overkill? What am I going to get at the moment? 5 plus 6, 11. We can do this. It's not going to do that much damage because of this glass. I'm slightly sad we didn't have the energy for zap as well. I probably could have worked it out because these are going to get double evoked. So, you know, we're going to get 10 for each orb, which is way too much block. So I should have played the lightning for sure. Well, that's fine. Let's just do this now. It is what it is. We've got a lot of defense. Alright, he's taking a turn off, thankfully. Nothing to do but attack, I think. Not too bad at all. Oh, we generated a plasma for ourselves again. Very handy. Okay. What's the play here? I think... Do we channel some lightning? Cold Snap. We'll Claw and then Shatter. Hopefully this should kill. Yeah, lovely. Okay, Energy Potion. Do I want to swap one of these for that? Still haven't used this buffer. We've had that since the first fight, wasn't it? But he's going to come in handy. I know he's going to come in clutch at some point. I think we're okay. I do feel like there's been a couple of occasions where I've wanted to bulk up and I couldn't. So maybe we drop the attack potion. We'll take the energy potion. What do we got here? Storm. 1 energy whenever you play a power, channel 1 lightning. It's okay. Not the greatest. Synthesis. Deal 12 damage to the next power you play, costs 0. We do at least now have some powers. Like we've got bulk up and trash to treasure. So kind of okay. It's just the damage is a little bit low for me to really like this one. What's the upgraded damage? 18's a lot better, but it's still just the same as 2 strikes. But with the benefit, I guess, of only being 1 card, and it does make a power free. Uproar Plus. I still don't think I want that. I think it could screw us over and play Shatter when we don't want to. So I think this is another skip, you know. I don't think any of these like help us win necessarily right now. Okay, so now we're at the point. Do we think we've got enough to beat one of the elites here? I kind of feel like we do. I think we can get quite strong. We can defend quite well. Let's hit the bonfire. Maybe do an upgrade. Do we get a campfire after this? No. Interesting. Do probably want to visit the shop. There is another shop here as well. Not ideal. Not ideal. Let's worry about that in a minute. Let's think what we're going to upgrade. Maybe it's trash to treasure, or is it a hot fix? Generating a random orb is pretty useful. Having a 0 cost zap and dual cast is also really useful, as are the hot fixes. What's going to help us beat a boss? I actually think it might be bulk up this time. Let's do bulk up. I figure that lets us do better blocking more than anything. Ah, it's B, man. Thankfully, our red mask is coming clutch here. He's only going to hit us for 14 as his first attack instead of 21, which I'm very, very grateful for. Okay. Given how poor our draw is, I think I'm going to play the Heart of Iron potion without even thinking about it. We want to try and preserve as much HP as possible. Let's throw Modded out, see if we get anything. Claw, not the best. This guy has a thing called Personal Hive, which means we don't... Every time we hit him, it'll put a Dazed into our draw pile. Which is not too bad if you're hitting him occasionally, but we want to hit him for a decent chunk of damage if we are hitting him. So... we want to probably do a Cold Snap just to get some frost on the go. So let's trash the treasure. Let's do a hot fix now. I don't think it's worth hot fixing. Or is it? Does mean we block slightly more at the end of this turn. Let's do it, even though it exhausts. Yeah, I don't want to play these 2 attacks. We've already got 1 dazed. We're going to be making toxics as well if we... Oh, not toxic, slimes when we play Gunk Up. So, want to be careful of that. Yeah, I think that's alright. Let's just leave it. We've got a lot of energy still, but I don't think it's worth hitting him more times just yet. This is the kind of fight where actually lightning can be really effective because we can just hold on to it and just let it chip him down. Gunked Up, I'm sad I'm not going to play it because it will hit him 3 times. It does do 12 damage every time though, so it will take a big chunk of this health bar away. We've still got an alright amount of cards in the deck actually. We've drawn one of the days this hand. I think I've just convinced myself. We need to defend though as well. So I think this could be the buffer potion time. We could throw the buffer out, absorb this. Yeah, and then that lets us play Bulk Up and Gunk Up in the same turn, so let's do that. So at least we're ready. Nice. This effect that he has, the personal hive, it does increase over the course of the fight, so he'll start doing 2 dazed and then 3 into our discard, draw pile, which is very, very, very annoying. So hopefully we can avoid that. So he's buffing himself now. So this is the point where he will give himself some strength and he'll increase his personal hive. So what we got on the draw pile? Couple of dazeds. Not too bad. I think right now, should we just... I think we want to... The next turn he's going to do another multi-attack, I think. So let's make sure we can defend that properly. Not much point hitting him with that if we're not also going to hit him with this. That'll mean nearly a third of our draw pile is dazed. But I think that's a risk I'm willing to take right now, just to try and keep up the damage. We've got to kill him. We can't just block forever. Okay, so yeah, he's put his strength up by 1. And now he's got 2 on his personal hive. Let's see. We could pull out our hotfix to sort of save our bacon a little bit here. We do get a double block on our first block here as well, so that's pretty good. Let's cool-headed see what we get. Shad's not bad, but I'd like that in this fight if we had at least 1 lightning here, which we don't. My zap's not in the discard pile, it must be in draw. Okay, no worries. Let's think. If my block here is 16, I've already got 5, that's 21, plus another 6 is nearly a full block. So maybe we don't need to hologram hotfix. We could hologram something though. What would be useful? Maybe chill? Not sure. We could just chill again, but we've already got full block, so it doesn't really seem worth it. So maybe we just don't do anything. We'll just do this. We can even just block again. There we go. We're full blocking at least. Lovely. Shame we didn't have that Thorns potion for this fight. It's very useful against these multi-attacks. He'd be losing 21 health every time he did one of those, which is wildly good. Okay, we're in a position now where maybe we can dual cast to get a bit of block. It's going to hit for 19. We're going to evoke another one of these. Let's do Glasswork first, then Zap. So we're full blocking now, which is great. We've still got 1 Frost Orb. What we could really do with is pull a drawing into Shatter, and I think that lets us finish the fight really quick. There's another Glasswork, which is actually really good. 22 block from it as well. Let's play it. We've got all damage orbs out now, which is good. Let's hit him. 13, not bad at all. Come on, give us that Shatter. Where is it? Okay, 5 times 7 coming in. This is a little bit of a bad turn. 5 times 7 is mad big damage. And we used our guy on the last turn summoning this glass, and that was probably a mistake. Oh dear. So we can do 21 damage with this. 9 damage with this. That's lethal. Plus the damage from the orbs would finish him off anyway. Oof. Look at all those dazeds. Not great. But he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Thank God we had lethal in hand. I didn't even see it. But anyway, we're there. Money, speed potion. Very nice. 5 decks for a single turn. Oh, this one's nice as well. The courier, the merchant, no longer runs out of cards, relics or potions, and his prices are reduced by 20%. Quite nice, given we were maybe thinking about heading to a merchant. Subroutine. Power, 1 energy. Whenever you play a power, gain 1 energy. It's very nice. Prefer it when it's upgraded, because then it costs 0. But it would mean we could play bulk up for 1, effectively. And our other one, what's it called again? Trash to treasure for 0, which is very good. Fight through, gain 13 block, add 2 wounds into your discard pile. Very good card, I think. It's a very high amount of block for 1 energy. The 2 wounds, I don't really mind. They synergize nicely with Trash to Treasure. We'd be generating 2 orbs as well. Very good. Compact Plus is also pretty great. Gain 7 block, transform any statuses in your hand into Fuel Plus, which is that little card you can see popped in there, where we gain 1 energy and draw 2 cards. So also really good. I don't feel like we've got enough status cards yet. We do, let me think about the encounters we've got here. None of the encounters here. Act 3 encounters, there's a lot more statuses there. So something like this in the 3rd act can be really, really good. But I think I'm going to take Fight Through. Hopefully we can get some benefit from the sort of trash to treasure angle. We'll see. What we got for us? Ornamental Fan, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Not bad. Right, so let's hit the shop, definitely. Because we've got cheaper prices. Let's see what we've got. Scrape, we've seen already. We do have a few 0 cost cards now. But I still don't really think... What would it let us draw? We could draw Chill. We draw Beam Cell, Claw, Hot Fix. Modded, Super Critical. Like, those are quite good hits if we were to hit one of those. What's the upgrade? Draw 5 cards. Not bad. Another subroutine. Another Cool-Headed. Another Lightning Rod. This is new on Iceland. Steal 19 damage, Channel 3 Frost. Pretty good card. Yeah, pretty good. Does a bunch of things in one. You know, it takes your all of your energy for a single turn, but that can actually be pretty useful. It's a good single turn if you're doing more than 3 upgraded strikes damage. Oh no, sorry, more than 3 strikes damage and channeling 3 frost. It's draw efficient, it's pretty good. Strike dummy's pretty good as well, actually. Gorget's good. Dingy Rug card rewards can now contain colourless cards. Interesting. Prolong. Next turn, gain block equal to your current block exhaust. It's quite a handy card. That could be really good for the boss, actually. So I am thinking we might take this. Entropy, at the start of your turn, transform 1 card in your hand. I think you get to choose which one it is. Can be quite good, but it's a little bit, doesn't feel like what I want to do right now. Gorget gives us 4 plating at the start of each combat. Strike dummy, it can be quite good. We've only got 3 strikes though. It does increase momentum strike damage as well though, which is kind of useful. Not sure it's worth buying, that's the only thing. And then we've got a strength potion, clarity extract, which means we draw 1 card for the next 4 turns. An attack potion, choose 1 of 3 random attacks. We could remove a card as well. I definitely think I want Prolong. So let's get that. Oh, and then it's only just gone and dropped Fasten in behind it. So that's what the mouse does, is it means that when you buy something, it gets immediately replaced. I think I want Ice Lance as well. Do we need Fasten? Is Fasten going to get in the way a little bit? I don't think it does. Like, it doubles the defense of these 3 defend cards, which just is quite a chunk of our defense cards, right? Maybe it isn't worth it. Let's have a look. Let's order these by type a minute. There's all our attacks. We've got 1, 2, 3 blocks. What else blocks? This guy, 3. Not great. He wouldn't get affected by Fasten, so it doesn't really matter. We've got this guy, gets 8. This guy gets 13. Tough choice. Tough choice. I definitely think I want Ice Lance. I think that could be really handy. Lets us evoke a whole bunch of orbs in one go as well. So let's take that straight away. Subroutine could be good if we get a chance to upgrade it. But maybe that means we just skip an elite and we just go for the boss. Maybe that is it. Okay, let's get Subroutine. Let's get Fasten. We're a bit low now, but that's fine. Let's, what else could we have that could be quite useful? Strength Potion. It's good, but it only really affects Gun Cup. But it could be the thing that lets us push our damage against the boss. Speed Potion, do we need to keep that? I think we'll get the Strength Potion, and I think I'll ditch speed potion. Do we ditch the speed potion? Yeah, we ditch it. Let's take an attack potion. Fine. Right, we're skipping the elite. Let's take this hallway fight and then we'll go to the campfire. Okay. Interesting first turn. We've got 12 damage coming in. It's enough to fight through. Oh, especially with our little friend doubling it. It's very good. Glasswork always also gets that benefit. Glasswork is really good in this fight. Very nice for ticking these guys down. So let's Glasswork. And Cool-Headed. Oh, I guess we'll subroutine. Very nice. Our next powers will give us 1 energy back now, which is very handy. I think that's probably it for now. Or do we burn the super critical? We're not playing super critical very often, so maybe I should just start playing it when I'm presented a chance. So yeah, let's do that. Only to play 1 attack, really. I'm not going to play fight through. I don't want the wounds in my discard pile just yet. We won't benefit from the block. We don't need it, so it's fine. Oh, look at that lovely damage from the glass on everybody. If we draw Shatter, we're laughing. We did not draw Shatter, alas. Let's... So we can kill one of these guys outright right now. With this, we need 18 block to survive the incoming attacks. Maybe we kill the front guy. Let's mod it, see if we get another card that's helpful. Claw is alright. How are we going to get 10 block? That's the question. Let's gunk up this guy, so he's dead. Let's throw up a defend. I'm very sad that Pyle's minion is sleeping. We can actually kill this guy. Didn't even notice I had that strike. Very good. So block doesn't even matter. Perfect. Maybe what we'll do is... Shall I play Prolong now? I might as well. I don't think we're going to cycle round to it. So let's just play that. Which of these got the least health? Let's try and finish the guy in the back first, since he's lower. The glass is getting pretty low. This is the point where Shatter would be great. Beautiful. Let's play that. Oh, lovely. Shatter is so good. What a ridiculous card. Okay. What have we got here? Oh, Darkness, finally. So we got Charge Battery. We saw that at the beginning. Very good little card. I don't think we need it right now. We're doing okay, generally on block and energy, I feel like. Uproar again. We'll skip that. But Darkness Plus, so channel 1 Dark, trigger the passive ability of all Dark Orbs twice. So this can be very, very good. So the passive ability is the thing that increases the damage of it. So yeah, getting a Darkness Orb and hanging onto it for a little bit and then dual casting it is super effective. We're going to stick to the plan. Let's go to the campfire. We've got to do another hallway. Oh no, we've got another shop. Oh, that's a dead zone. I forgot there was another shop. But I think we got all we wanted from the last one anyway. I was quite pleased with everything we bought. The potions were maybe a little bit of a compromise. We could have saved some money and waited for the next shop for that. But this is cool. Let's so what are we going to do? I'm going to hit a question mark. Question mark could be a fight. But I think we'll chance it. Let's see. Although I do think I'm going to rest before the boss regardless. So let's definitely smith here. Let's make subroutine free. Or do we make fasten free? I think not fasten free, but increase fasten's effect. That is also good. Oh, and prolong loses exhaust. That's also really tempting. Good grief, everybody. This is a tough call. The boss does do a lot of damage, and we'll end up taking some statuses that mean we take damage every turn, even if he's not attacking. So what's going to help us survive that the most? It could be fasten. It could also be prolong. Could also be one of the hotfix cards. I'm going to take a punt on prolong. Let's hope this works. It could be very good when you get a dead turn and you do loads of block and you can throw it up and get that block the same next turn. Very, very useful. 26 gold. Can we afford anything? Nah. Oh, and Jackpot was here. Oh, this card, lads. I'm so gutted we couldn't get that. That's one of the best cards in the game, easily. Deal 25 damage, cost 3 energy, deal 25 damage, add 3 random 0-cost defect cards into your hand. Extremely good. Extremely good. Razor Tooth, also really good. Curses, there was some good stuff here. We didn't have enough money to get this, but I would have loved to get the Jackpot. But we move. Okay. Obtain a random power. Obtain a random 0-cost card. Interesting. I think we're going to take 0-cost. I think the powers on the Defect, there are some really good ones. But there's also kind of a lot of ones that will just be dead cards in our deck. I kind of feel like the 0-cost card's going to be more useful. Got a better chance of being more useful anyway. If we're really lucky, we'll go for the eyes. Oh! Perfect. So go for the eyes is one of my favourites. 0-cost card that just applies weak if the enemy's attacking. So very handy for reducing incoming damage. Exactly what we needed for this boss fight, really. So I'm going to rest here to make us as healthy as possible before this boss fight, because it is... I think I've probably died the most to this boss fight in Act 2 of all of them. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, we've drawn Trash to Treasure first turn, which is incredibly good luck. I think without even thinking, I'm going to just drink the strength potion, so all of our attacks are a bit stronger this fight. Let's Trash to Treasure. We've got enough energy for everything. We won't play the Defend, actually, because I want to keep the bonus from Pyle's Legion in effect. So we'll skip Defense for this turn. So this guy, every few turns he does this. He asks us to choose one of these drawbacks, and they change every time. So we can choose to either take 6 damage at the end of our turn, or we can draw 1 fewer card each turn. This drawing fewer cards is very, very bad. We can at least mitigate damage at the moment, especially when it's just 6. This gets quite hard because there's always a damage one and then something else. So let's take the damage and just see how we get on. Okay. Interesting. Not really. That's not a pretty bad draw, right? We can block for 10 thanks to the Defend, so that's good, and Pyle's Legion is going to help that. So we'll definitely do that, and we'll prolong so we get 10 block next turn. Not worth playing Shatter here, I don't think. So I think it's probably just Defend, prolong, we'll get Subroutine played, and we'll get a Dark Orb up. Alright, let's go. Oh, of course, yeah, so you see we've got this thing under us here. This is how much damage we're going to take. It's always easy to lose track of this in this boss fight. So he's going to hit 8 times 3 on us this time, so 24 coming in. And then we've got 6 extra damage again, so we need to block for 30 this turn, which is pretty tough given what cards we've just drawn. Really unsure what we're going to do here, guys. This is hard. That's a lot of health to lose. Thankfully, our prolong came in clutch a little bit. So let's see. I think it's worth hot fixing and zapping, and then we'll just momentum strike. Won't dual cast. Do we dual cast now? Maybe we do. We'll get the dark to the front. It should be getting nice and strong this turn. If we use our hot fix, you'll see the damage of it is going to go up by 8. So that's pretty good. If we're lucky, we can get these up to a big amount and maybe dual cast or shatter, and it will do a huge chunk of damage to this guy. It's the sort of position we want to get into. Okay, let's zap as well. Just do a bit of extra passive damage. Let's use a momentum strike, use a strike, and just deal with the consequences of taking a lot of damage here. Dang. Okay, Pyle's Legion's back, which in a way is great, but in another way is not. It's really not great. Because I feel like I don't want to waste it. It's hard. And a shame we can't get... what have we got on? It'd be great to have Beam Cell right now. Or to get Bulk Up played, or just something to increase our damage before we play Gunk Up, but it's fine. Let's draw cards. A Defend. Not ideal. We've got Trash to Treasure though, which is quite good. The only thing is it will summon 2 orbs. So, tempted to just play the hotfix. Do we play the hotfix? Maybe not. We'll hold on to that. So, this will do 32. This will do 16. So that's not an insignificant amount of damage. Let's just, let's do it. Oh no, we had an extra orb slot, so it hasn't done it, of course. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. We've got plenty of block now. Let's use the claw. We'll save the hotfix, or do I use it now just to buff the damage of these orbs a little bit more? Let's do it. We still got defense, which is great. I'd love to play Gunk Up if he was vulnerable. Let's, I'm going to drop this attack potion, just see if we get anything useful. Adaptive Strike, 18 damage, add a 0-cost copy of this card into discard. Not the best. I don't want to clog up my deck too much. We're already on 31 cards. And although they're 0 cost, I think it'll get in the way of blocking when I need to. Sunder's alright. Momentum Strike is probably what I'm going to take though, I think. Just gives us another one of those. Alright, come on, we'll just play this while it's here. I don't know how much more luck we're going to get in terms of getting through our deck to play that card again anyway. We did evoke... Oh, of course, Gunk Up evoked our front orb there. Alright, this is an interesting turn. I think it's a tough one, actually. Got anything in here we'd want to pull out? Not necessarily. We could pull back Shatter. What would that let us do? We'd do 32 damage with this. We'd do... What's that? 28 damage with that? We'd get a bunch of energy. Which would then let us bulk up and play Ice Lance. Which could be really good, actually. Why don't we do that? What else can we do? Channel a Frost. Channel a Glass. Glass isn't that good in this fight. Alright, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's get Shatter back, because I'm not sure, again, how much of a chance we'll get to play it. What's going to do more damage? First one of these does 6. Is it worth just playing Glasswork as well as Shatter? Because when we Shatter, we'll gain 4 energy from this. So maybe that is the play. Let's do that. Let's Shatter. Didn't do as much damage to him as I was hoping it would. I'm kind of sad about. But that's worked out pretty much perfectly. We've got exactly enough energy now to play Bulk Up and Ice Lance. Oh, we can even Cold Snap, so why the heck not? Just stack that damage on. Okay, feeling a bit better that his health is all the way down here. So we can either take Disintegration now to take 7 extra damage again, so we'll be taking 13 every turn. Or Sloth, which means we cannot play more than 3 cards. Are we going to have another big turn, as big as the turn we just had where we played loads of cards? Do we take... It's a shame we haven't got a bloody defense in hand next card. We do have Super Critical, which we might want to use. It's quite tricky, isn't it? But, you know, losing that much 13 HP plus his big attacks of like 20 damage is going to be very tricky to deal with. But at the same time, defending the existing stuff we've got with only 3 cards is going to be tricky. Tough call. Let's take the damage. This is why I die to this boss, everybody. It's a tricky one, man. Alright, let's cool-headed, see what we get. Okay, we've got Beam Cell and Gunk Up, which is pretty great. Real shame we didn't manage to draw any defense cards, because we can't block this turn. We might... Are we dead? What's he going to do? 13 plus 19, 32 damage. Oh my god, I've got exactly 32. So our Frost's going to protect us a little bit, but not much. This is tough. This is real tough. Okay, we'll play Fasten since we've got the energy. Let's Beam Cell him. Let's hit him with that. It's going to generate an orb for us. Okay, he's generated an energy orb for us. It's not bad. Let's throw Chill out. Let's claw. Oh, brilliant. The fan came in clutch a little bit more there. So at least we're only going to lose... what are we going to lose now? 9. That's not bad, actually. We did okay there. We did okay. Getting tough, though. 30 damage coming in this time is insane. Maybe... Well, it's not just 30 from him. It's 43, including this down here as well. I think this has to be an Ice Lance, then Shatter. It's the only thing that works. I think it saves our bacon if we do that. So let's do it. And then hopefully... Whew! Still going to take a little bit of damage here. This is going to be very close. Okay, he's healing himself this turn. So if we want to finish it. Don't think we're going to get a chance to, which is really so soul destroying. We can go for the Izim to weaken him. We can Momentum Strike. We can Glasswork to get an orb up that's going to chip damage him. We can channel some Lightning. It's going to chip damage him. But he is going to heal after this turn, which is so sad. Oh, look at him. He's got 5 HP. Curses. Okay, we've got a dead turn, so hopefully this is it. Come on. Come on. We can Cold Snap and do this. 22 damage. He's dead. Oh! That was a close one, guys. That was close. I was worried, but we made it. So what have the RNG gods got for us this time? Another Trash to Treasure. I think we're good with just one. Although you can take a second one and sort of double the effect. So that's always something to bear in mind. Buffer. It's the same as that Buffer Potion, but in power form. So for 2 energy, we can avoid the next time we'd lose HP, which is pretty good, not going to lie. And you can upgrade it to do the next 2 times you would lose HP, which is very cool. But I think it's going to be Echo Form. Probably the most powerful card the Defect has. It's ethereal, costs 3 energy. But the first card you play each turn is played an extra time. Very, very, very powerful. Because you can imagine that lets us play things like Gunk Up twice. You know, we'll do 72 damage for 1 energy, which is wild. We can do Shatter twice. Although I don't think this one works because the orbs disappear. So you shatter all your orbs and then you just do 11 damage. So maybe that one isn't as good. But it lets you block. It lets us play Fasten twice. So we'll get 10 block extra from defend cards. Prolong will double up the effect for 2 turns. So very, very, very useful. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be Echo Form. The upgrade lets you remove the ethereal. But it's not really worth doing, I don't think. I think it's a better idea to try and just concentrate on making sure you play that when it comes up. So we are going to try and look for some things that maybe give us some extra energy. I'm wondering as well, because I've been playing on my main save, and I think there are some cards that just aren't unlocked for Defect yet that we haven't seen. So yeah, I'm a little bit anxious about it. We'll take it. You know, and sometimes we're going to play Echo Form and take a bunch of damage, but that's just how it's going to go. But onwards. Oh, we've got the Aeon Glass as the boss. There's a new boss on the most recent sort of patch on the beta version. And oh, we got Vaku again. Good grief. Maybe I haven't... Have we had this one every time we've come to this act while we've been playing it on these Overexplains? I think we have. I wonder if like the other one hasn't unlocked yet and I've just not realised. Anyway, there's another ancient we can get this for the start of this act, which is much more nice, I think. But anyway, we'll deal with it. So we are a little low on relics. It's probably a good idea to try and take on maybe 1 or 2 elites. But at the same time, the elites in this act do not mess around. They are pretty tough. And I can't really see good ways to fight an elite where we can heal afterwards or not just immediately go into more fights. Yeah, not looking great. Not looking great at all. I mean, we could go this way. This looks okay. Down here. We could try taking this one on. We don't have loads of money. There's a shop here we could detour to. but maybe we do. Oh, that's just a lot of hallway fights. But then no hallway fights in the second half, so maybe that is the play. We'll come this way. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, Fiddle. At the start of each turn, draw 2 additional cards. You may not draw cards during your turn. Very tempted by that, because we don't have much card draw. We got a single card drawn on modded. We could upgrade it to get another one, which could be a way around that problem. Got cool-headed. We haven't hit any other draw cards, I don't think, though. So that is quite tricky for us. We've got Seer Talon. Add 2 random curses and 3 wishes to your deck. And a wish is a card you can see on the side there. Put a card from your draw pile into your hand, exhaust. Not bad either. It could be a way that lets us play Echo Form when we want. We could play Subroutine when we want. You know, that could be useful. But Jeweled Mask, I think, might pip them both. At the start of each combat, put a random power from your draw pile into your hand. It's free to play. I did have one playthrough where my only power was Echo Form, which was just so good. Because every combat I could play Echo Form on the first turn for free, which was fantastic. We're in a bit of a trickier spot here because obviously we've got a few more powers. But you know what? Being able to play any of these for free on the first turn is pretty good. So I think I'm going to take Jeweled Mask. Alright, I'm just double checking the route. Yeah, I think this is the best one. The question is, do I want to do 2 elites? Or do we want to do it a little bit easier and hit a couple more campfires? We can just fight 1 elite. Maybe that is better. Because that way we could make sure we upgrade, maybe we could get Subroutine upgraded, maybe a hotfix or both of the hotfixes. Yeah, that could be good. Okay, change of plans. We're going to go this way. Is it this one? To here? Yeah. We went this way. What can we do? It's about the same. Alright, so let's clear that. We're going to go this way. Elites be damned. We don't care. Alright. Let's go. Oh. As if by magic, the first time we get Echo Form, which is great news. The only thing that's a little sad about this one is that it won't apply to this turn. It'll just be from the next turn, because this will be the first card. Well, we'll have already played a card before this on this turn, so... maybe then we play Subroutine, because we'll get 1 energy back when we play Echo Form in that case, so let's do that. These guys here are quite tricky. These are Scroll of Biting. They have a thing called Paper Cuts, so if they manage to do unblocked attack damage to us, we will lose max HP, which I'm a little bit worried about because we are quite low. And if you have a bad run against these, or you fight, there's another version of this fight with 4 of them, yeah, it can be quite a nasty result if you're unlucky. So let's just think carefully about what we're going to do. Maybe we can cool-headed, see if we get anything. Prolong's not bad. Prolong's really not bad. So maybe we can Cold Snap. Now we've got a bit more Frost. We could... we could play Prolong and then Hologram, get Prolong back and play it again, and we'll get 2 turns of block being carried over. The only thing is we just already have no block, so it's not going to do anything. So maybe that isn't the best idea. But I kind of feel like I want to play Hologram at least, because we need some block here. We're going to be losing some max HP no matter what happens. Fine, let's just accept our fate. It doesn't matter which one we choose, we can't play it anyway. Now worth playing Prolong, I think, because at least we get 6 block for free next turn. Not too bad. Potion-shaped rock might come in handy here, actually. Hopefully let us finish off one of these pesky scrolls. Yeah. Lost a couple of max HP there. We don't want that to happen again for sure. Okay, well, we've definitely got enough block this time, so that's great. Let's trash the treasure. Grand. Get some energy back for it as well. Oh my god, we played it twice by accident. This is the other thing you need to be careful of, guys, is once you play Echo Form, that you forget that you've played it. And yeah, sometimes you play something and you're like, oh no, I could have played this better thing as a double play there, but that's fine. I think we're okay, because what that means now is we've got a double effect on Trash the Treasure. So this is interesting. This should generate 4 orbs for us. Let's see what happens. Nice. That's actually a pretty good result for this fight, actually. And in fact, if I just chill now, we can evoke all of these orbs and maybe even kill them. Kill a couple of them. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, got 29 block. We don't need to play anything else. I could use this potion to kill one of these guys next turn. Looks like we do want to do that. They're very close to being dead. So maybe the play here is we can go modded. We can zap. We can shatter. Beautiful. Okay, that was great. And again, I just didn't think about the Echo Form. I just remember. I just realised. But anyway, let's keep going. Sunder. This is quite a good card in Act 1, I think, and especially upgraded because there's a nice big chunk of damage. So if you kill an enemy with this move, you get 3 energy back, which makes it free. So you can do 32 damage for free, basically, if you're killing something, which is quite good, especially in a fight like that one we've just done. But I don't think it really works now, and I don't think we've got a Spire upgrade. So let's skip. I don't think we want either of the others either. So that's fine. Onwards. Okay, this guy. Okay, subroutine for free. That'll do. Let's beam cell. Let's zap. We won't block because we want to keep the double block from our little friend. Let's just shatter just to do a chunk of damage to him. Pretty good. Hit him with that. Very nice. Okay, so this guy gets quite strong quite quickly, so we do want to make sure we try and finish him as fast as is possible. This is an interesting turn. I might play Fasten. I think it's probably going to be helpful for us in terms of keeping us alive. Because his strength is going to go... He's got a thing called Ritual, and he's got 9 Ritual, which means every turn his strength is going to go up by 9. So next time he will attack for 27, then he'll attack for 36, etc. It gets pretty big, pretty quick. Sorry, not 27, 17, then 26, then 35, etc. So that does get quite hard to deal with. So let's Fasten. Let's play... Have we got something we could do? What have we got here that we could bring back? Probably prefer to just play Cool-Headed and see what we get. Okay, so now I'm thinking... Yeah, we ain't gonna block enough. So I'll play Hologram. I was thinking we could bring back Beam Cell just to do a little extra damage with our Cold Snap and our Strike. We don't have enough energy to play all of those anyway, and it wouldn't give us enough to full block. So I think we'll just defend and Cold Snap for now. Okay, Ice Lance, it's pretty great. Probably the play here is to just play this. We will evoke both of these, get some defense from those, and have 3 new Frost Orbs. So what does that give us? 10? No, sorry. It'll give us 10 block, plus we'll get 6 extra blocks, which is 16. It's not quite enough, actually, to defend ourselves. So maybe we play a defend and we play Glasswork, because that gives us 18, plus this 4 is enough to full block then. So, yeah. That definitely feels more sensible. Next turn he's going to get really big damage. Oh god, he's getting... Ooh, so 30 damage coming our way. So this is a pickle we're in now. No defense. Might have to throw a weak potion. We'll see. We'll see. Let's we're probably going to play super critical here as well. Shame we can't draw another card. Very sad about that. Because we got our little legions back up as well, so he would help us defend. But it's fine. Let's... Do we trash the treasure first? Do we then gunk up? No, because whatever our last orb is, we won't get the benefit of. So let's trash the treasure. Let's bulk up. Then we will hotfix. Try and get as much block out of these two orbs as possible. Okay, not bad. Not the best either though. I think we do have to weak potion this guy. Just to try and save some of our HP. Okay, he's got 27 extra strength now. Okay, we can go for the eyes, but it's not going to add another weak because he's already weak for 2 turns anyway. But that's fine. I think let's... Damn, we could really do with killing him here. So we can do 19 from that. See if we can draw another card. It's prolong, not the best. Not the best. We can channel the dark as well. Alright, I'm not really sure what else we can do. So let's momentum strike. Throw a dark, so this will also passively increase the existing dark orb we've got a couple of times. That's gone to quite a nice big size now. Only we could evoke somehow. It's a shame our orb slots have gone back up. Otherwise Chill would do it right now. But it's fine. Let's Chill just to get a little bit more block. Go for the eyes. Let's hit prolong anyway. I think it's just for the sake of it. Is it even worth throwing this rock-shaped potion? I'll just wait. Let's see what happens next turn. Oof, that was so much damage. This fight has not gone well. Oh, curses, look at this. Well, a Chill does it, thank God. But yeah, that was tough. We took a whole lot of damage there. We've still got to get through another 2 fights before a campfire. This is not looking good. Is a sweeping beam something I want to get a bit more card draw now? I'm really feeling like we're missing card draw, definitely. Let's take it just for a bit of extra card draw and a little bit of extra damage. Oh, this guy is tricksy. Thankfully, we've drawn Echo Form as our free power, so thank goodness for that. This guy is tough. We've got some potion-shaped rocks which could help. So he summons a bunch of robot minions that fly all around him. They're very tough and tricky to deal with. They don't have much HP, but we've got to try and keep attacking him and taking them out at the same time. Glasswork could be very useful here. But maybe I want to save the block bonus that our Legion's going to give us. So let's cool-headed, see what we get. Shame we've drawn this without our vulnerable bonus. That would have really, really helped. Alright, I think we just need to play what we can now and just damage this guy as much as possible. Do I want to just use this now just to get the glass up for the extra chip it's going to do? Tough call. Not sure. I mean, it could be useful if we hit Shatter, because it'll help us just kill everything. And it's going to be tough. This could be... I feel like we're going to die. I feel like we're going to die. And fine, we'll go for the eyes just to do a little bit extra damage. We've done nearly a third of his health already, though. It's just not too shabby at all. Okay, we did hit Shatter, which is great news. I'd like to bulk up and then defend, probably. Don't have quite enough energy for that, but we do have an energy potion. Maybe that's the play. Okay, let's shatter first, because I can't be bothered to do the maths. Let's just see what happens when we do this. Wow, that went very, very well. Happy with that for sure. We do have just enough energy to play bulk up. Then we can defend. We've got 10 block already, so it should be enough for us to almost full block. So that seems like a good idea to me. Let's do that. Play our energy potion. I think we kind of have to, because if we don't start using... Well, we're at a point where I feel like we might die before we get to the next campfire, so we need to just go all out. Use everything we can to get through. Okay. 22 damage is not quite enough to kill this guy. But if we play Ice Lance, it will channel 3 Frost. And what we didn't talk about actually is that the Dark Evoke hits the enemy with the lowest HP. So it'll take this guy out. Which is kind of great. It's kind of what we want right now. But is it more useful to play Subroutine and then Trash the Treasure? And maybe try and take... We could take this guy out another way, like with our potion-shaped rocks. Yeah, that's a tough call. What have we got coming up? Lots of decent stuff. We got our focuses on deck, so we could pull those. That might help make our frosts more effective. The only thing is, like, we're not going to really... We've only got 2 orb slots, which kind of, like, isn't helpful. We might draw into modded, which would solve that somewhat. Tough call, tough call. Trash the Treasure, is that worth playing? Yeah, because we've got Fight Through. That can generate some orbs for us as well. Okay, let's do it a slightly different way then. We'll play this, we'll Trash the Treasure. Oh, of course! What have I just done now? Oh, I did Subroutine twice. Didn't think about that. We could have Ice Lance twice. Dude, that would have been good. Bloody Echo Form, mate. I always forget about it. Right, concentrate. At least now we can play Ice Lance, which is kind of great, actually. And we can play Momentum Strike. Let's do that. Alright, we've nearly got this guy. Okay, first card will get paid twice. We've got lethal on the guy, so let's just play this to do 24. Lovely. Well, that worked out alright. But again, we lost all of the... Well, I don't think we lost any health there. We did that without it taking damage. So I'm grateful for that. I'm really tempted by another Fight Through out of these. Kind of feel like... Given that we haven't got card draw, I think having doubles is kind of a good strategy to just hopefully increase our odds of hitting a thing when we want it. And it synergizes with our other stuff, so let's just do it. Question mark, what have we got? Draw 2 fewer cards at the start of each combat, raise max HP by 20? Oh, God. Or lose 15 HP and upgrade 2 random cards. This is extremely bad. I definitely don't want to draw 2 fewer cards at the start of each combat. I think we're going to have to take the risk of losing the HP. We'll be on 9 for the next fight and have to hope that we get through it without taking damage. Regrets. I have a few. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Let's do it. Echo Form's upgraded. Bit of a dud to upgrade, but no matter. We move. 9 HP. Oh god, it's these guys. This could be the end. I think we're going to need some extremely good luck to get through this. Alright, let's not despair just yet. Let's not despair just yet. What have we got? We can Subroutine. We can Fasten. We We can go for the eyes to make one of these guys weaker. Let's just wait in case Cool-Headed draws anything useful. Okay, cool. We can still play everything in our hand if we want to. I think I'm going to have to, just to try and get as much defense as possible here. So, let's weaken this guy. Oh, he's already weak. Curses. So we're taking 16 damage. We've got no block. Let's drink our plating potion. What does this do, actually? 15 damage. It's not too bad. Like, Shatter would be great if we had Echo Form already up and running. But, because what I'm now thinking is, like, do we need to... What we could do, you see, is we could kill this guy with these 2 rock-shaped potions. We're already full blocking for this, thanks to our plating. And then maybe we save the orbs, rather than just burn them now. It's a tough call, though. Because if I burn them now, we're just going to do 8 damage to 2 of these random guys. Well, we'll do 11 damage to all of them. Maybe that is a good move right now. We'll hotfix as well. And we'll claw... Well, let's shatter and see what happens. If one's nearly dead, we might be able to claw him to death. Alright. Well, the guy at the back's very nearly dead. So we can hit that guy and claw him to finish him. We can actually kill the guy at the back as well with the other rock. I think that was a good decision. Okay, only 2 of them now should be way more manageable. Especially if we at least get a block card, which we do. Perfect. We can almost full block. If I kill one of these guys, we can definitely full block. So let's sweeping beam, see what we get. Prolong, not bad. They're both doing 14. The one at the back's already strengthened himself, though. So let's kill him. Let's defend. Let's prolong. Beautiful. It's clutch as heck, though. It's a little bit too close to the wire for my liking. I feel like, given our health situation, it's going to be very tough for us to finish now. Lightning Rod, we've seen already. Don't want that. Capacitor, gain 2 orb slots. Would be okay, but I think we've already got modded, so I don't think we need anything that does that. Double Energy is a good one, though. I think I'm going to take that. Just to give us, especially because it's upgraded. If it's unupgraded, it costs 1, which is not very good. Upgraded, though, is great. Hopefully it gives us ability to just play some stuff when we need to. We do have 3 uninterrupted rest sites here, so let's just use them. Should put us back up to nearly full HP. I think we might have got away with this. Oh, Lantern is very good. Start each combat with an additional energy. Let's rest again. It's a shame our max HP being so low is really affecting how much heal we get off a campfire as well. But we move. Let's go. Okay. Enchant an attack with Corrupted or choose a card to transform. Corrupted is great. Deal 50% more damage but lose 2 HP. I think it's really, really good. Let's take it. What's it going to be good on? It's a shame we don't have a really chunky attack. It's really good on that one we saw earlier. The, what is it called? We got Compendium. Can we see? Well, where's he gone? Is he here? Sunder. Yeah, it's quite good to increase Sunder's damage by 50%. But I think we'll do it on Ice Lance. We haven't played Ice Lance that much, so I figure losing 2 HP to play Ice Lance is not that bad, especially if it just, you know, ups the damage to 28, which is pretty great. So good. Okay, onwards. Another fire. Another rest. Alright, full health. Full health. Probably didn't need to rest there, but we did it. It's too late. Let's go. Oh, this guy's quite tricksy. Okay. Well, subroutine's free. Let's just get that played. Let's play modded to get an extra card. We can full block through use of Defend and Cold Snap. We've got loads of energy, so let's do that. Beams. I should have beam celled before the Cold Snap, but that's fine. Full block for now. Let's continue, please. Please give me Echo Form. There it is. Of course, not the best turn to get it when we're getting hit for 24. I'll reduce that to 18 though, so that's a bit more palatable. What is the play here? Like, do I just take 18 damage and play Echo Form? I kind of think I have to. Because what else do we do otherwise? We block for 18, get Trash the Treasure played. No, we don't block for 18, sorry. We block for 13. No, I think Echo Form is worth taking the extra damage. Oh, I had extra energy. Well, how did I not notice that? What happened? Where did that energy come from? Oh, because I've got bloody subroutine on. That was very careless of me. I just clicked straight on end turn. Took more damage than we needed to. Alas. Anyway, let's think about this. We've got Echo Form ready. So I think maybe, do we bulk up here? Do we... There's no point playing Prolong because we got no block. So, got to stop thinking about that one as an option. It's not applicable. Fight Through, we could play first and we'll get, 26 block twice. It seems unreasonable. Bulk up twice, thanks to Echo Form, is insanely good. So let's just do that. Very nice. We did lose 2 orb slots there, so... That's something to bear in mind, but no worries, let's keep going. So maybe this is a good play, actually. We'll play this now, and we'll prolong. Should make our next turn a bit easier, because he flies up in the air and he does a big chunk of damage to us. We're already full blocking, which is fantastic news. Okay, what can we do? Cool-headed to get something else. Oh, of course, I played it twice. I should have fastened blinking heck. Keep forgetting about the Echo Form, guys. Please, please don't be like me. Let's see, though. What can we do? We've got 2 energy left. We could play Fasten for free, basically. So let's just do that before I forget. We might as well do 18 damage 3 times. I don't think we've got any other card draw. Can't do vulnerable on him, which would have been extremely handy, but I think we're going to have to just accept that we can't do that. No point evoking all of our orbs. We want to keep them for next turn, I think. And then Momentum Strike, I guess. We'll keep the hotfix for now. We do have the triple block potion, which could save our bacon if we need it. Okay. This could be time for super critical. We'll see, because we've got Ice Lance in hand. It'll do a lot of damage. Let's Sweeping Beam, see what we get. Okay. Oh, of course. Keep forgetting. We could have Ice Lance twice. God damn it. That would have been really good. That Echo Form, guys. How am I going to remember that I've got Echo Form on? Right. What can we fish back from our discard pile? We've got enough energy. We'll have 6 energy. So we've got enough energy to play like a... We play Ice Lance. We've got enough energy to play like a 1 energy card as well. So I'm thinking that could probably be one of the fight throughs. Shatter, does that work as well? If we do this, we'll gain 7 block twice, which is probably enough, actually. So let's try the Shatter, because we're going to Ice Lance as well. Is that going to overblock, though? Maybe I'd rather try and do damage. Yeah, but Shatter does do a bit of damage. Fine, let's just Let's do it. Oh, that gives us 18 block as well. An insane value. Okay, well, if that's 18 block, he's only doing 24. Maybe we don't need to super critical. Could just hotfix. And then maybe zap. So, what have we got? We could pull Momentum Strike back. Get Trash to Treasure. And what have we got coming up in the draw pile? Double Energy. Not bad. So next turn we're going to have a pretty good turn. Tough call. Tough call. We got Beam Cell. Let's get Beam Cell just to get the maximum sort of vulnerable damage out of Ice Lance, I think. So we don't need to hotfix here, so I won't. We'll just hit him with this. We will Ice Lance. Very good chunk of damage there. And then... do I get the zap out? No, I think we keep the frost for defense. Managed to full block. I think it's just like... Defect does get really, really powerful sort of block capabilities. Like, it's very good. Do we need to double energy here? I think we do. It's doing 36 damage. I haven't got any block on hand. Let's see if we can get something. Not the best result there. I should have double energied first, because now we've used an energy. Curses. Let's go modded, get another card. Gunk up, 10 damage 3 times, does the job nicely. Lovely. I probably could have just used Momentum Strike and a strike and finished him. I forgot we had 6 strength. Synthesis again, we've seen that. Defrag, I'm probably want to take, although it's another power that gets a little bit in the way of everything else. But the focus is extremely useful. And it's permanent for that fight sort of thing, so that is really good. Focus Strike is also quite useful, although it's a bit more situational since you have to draw it and play it to get the benefit. Let's take Defrag. Alright, health is not looking great. We've got an elite, then got a campfire, then the boss. Come on, we can do this. Might be skin of our teeth, but we're going to bloody do it. Okay, Bulk Up is our first free power, which is not too shabby at all. 25 damage coming in. Our first block's going to be doubled, which is great news. So the question is, do I think what we do maybe is actually Ice Lance and then Shatter. To get a bunch of block, and then we'll Bulk Up at the end. Would we Bulk Up? It's only going to do 3 more damage, so I don't think it really matters. Let's just hit him with this. Then I'll Shatter all of these to get some defense, and then we'll Bulk Up. Okay. Now he's going to give us some stinky cards. Let's Defrag. Just to get an extra bit of focus. Let's Sweeping Beam, see if we draw anything. Cool-headed. We've got energy in hand, so let's see. We've drawn into Echo Form. Thank God we have Super Critical. Let's play that, get Echo Form played. And I guess we'll just play Chill. Right, Echo Form, Echo Form, Echo Form. We've got to remember we got Echo Form. Got to remember this time, guys. Okay, he's on a downturn again, which is pretty good. I do think maybe... what's the play here? What have we got coming up? We've only got 2 defense, which are going to benefit from Fasten. Kind of feel like Fasten's was actually a bad pick. Although it has probably saved us by this point, at least once. We're going to play something twice. What do we want to play twice? I feel like it is Fasten. Let's do it. So yeah, gain an additional 10 block from normal defend cards. Cool. Trash to Treasure. I think I want to play a darkness. We need some defense for all of these burns that are in our hand as well. They'll each do 2 damage to us. And this guy's going to do a huge attack next turn for about 40 damage. Which is going to be tricky for us to block. Hopefully we draw into fight through. And maybe a prolong if we're really lucky. We'll see. So yeah, let's get darkness up. Shame we've got to go for the eyes now. It would have been really good next turn. But we'll just hit him for extra tiny bit of chip damage. Okay, here's his really, really stinky big attack. Okay. I guess we just play modded and hope we hit a block, or we are in serious, serious trouble here. Okay, we drew... Forgot about Echo Form, but it was fine to play that. I think that really worked out well for us. So we can get 36 block off this 1 defend card. Thank God for Fasten. Fasten definitely saved our butt. That's great. Let's... we definitely want to prolong that, I think, as well. And then... Do we need to double our energy? I don't think we do. I might hotfix to try and increase the size of this Dark Orb a little bit more. And to give us a little bit more... I think, yeah, we've got just enough passive block now to full block. Real shame we don't have any vulnerable this turn, but let's just... Oh, we wouldn't have been able to anyway because he's got Artifact. I forgot about that. Okay. This isn't going too bad yet. I'm a little bit anxious. We've got to just make sure we keep churning through our deck, basically. Let's get subroutine played. There's Beam Cell. Not going to work because he's got Artifact, this little cog icon. 1 more debuff though, and then he'll be relieved. We got Trash the Treasure on yet? Yes, we do. Wondering whether I just play Fight Through just for the extra orb it'll generate. Yeah, let's do it. Wait. Oh, of course, because that creates 2 status cards. I forgot about that. Alright, let's just claw. There's those burns again. So next attack is the really big one again. Trixie. Do we have... What have we got in here that could be useful? We really want to be able to block next turn when he does his huge attack. I kind of feel like I want to fight through, use hologram to get prolong. I was thinking about trying to do damage to him, but I don't think it's worth that now. He's going to get a load of shield next turn, so hurting him next turn is not really what we want to try and do anyway. So, and let's play fight through because we've got double block thanks to our little minion. So let's get that up. Oh my god, it's done it twice. I forgot the bloody Echo Form once again, but it's fine. It actually worked out pretty well for us. We've got so much block now. That's wild. Let's fish out. Where's Prolong? There he is. We'll just play that. We're going to get 60 block next turn, which is great news. Maybe we'll just zap here. Or maybe... no, Cold Snap feels better. Just to make sure we have got some passive block. Not that we'll need it, but for future turns. Okay, he's going 45 this time. Okay. Not my favourite. But his health is getting low. I feel like playing Darkness twice could be really good. We'll evoke this one. I'm not sure whether it manages to trigger the passive ability of this one first. We should watch. If it does 13 damage, we know. If it does 20, we know it doesn't. Sorry, you get what I mean. We'll be able to tell from how much damage it does. But this one will get upgraded twice and push forward. And then we can glasswork to evoke it for some pretty big damage. He does have 15 shield. I'm not really worried about that. We might be able to pop these potion-shaped rocks to damage him and finish him off. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I did 13. That's fine. Look at these big, tasty... We hit a shatter now. We are absolutely laughing, and he's instantly dead. That's great. Let's... well, in fact, let's just throw out this. Very nearly dead. I could kill him with both of these potions, but I think we'll just wait. I could do that next turn if I wanted to. 72 block on one turn's not bad. Fab, he's dead. Great news. Okay, that wasn't bad. Did we do that without losing any health? I wasn't fully paying attention. That was pretty good. Distilled Chaos, play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. It's quite an interesting potion. I'm tempted to take it. What have we got here? Uproar, deal 6 damage twice, play a random card. Yeah, we've seen that already. Thunder Plus, whenever you evoke lightning, deal 8 damage to each enemy hit. That effectively adds 8 damage to your Thunder evokes. Kind of good, but I don't want to take it at this point. We're not using Thunder that much, and it just gets in the way of Echo Form being free. And Claw. Claw's a dead pick. We shouldn't have taken it, but it's fine. Distilled Chaos, I'm kind of tempted by. If we throw away one of these and just take it, could come in clutch for us. We'll see. So the question is, do I heal here or not? I'm really not sure. I think I'm going to upgrade Defrag, because it just feels like the right thing to do. Gaining 2 focus for the whole fight is going to be extremely beneficial. So let's just do it without thinking. We're going to the fight with 41 HP. If we don't make it, guys, it's been emotional. Okay, Trash to Treasure as the first free power is not my favourite. Do we play Distilled Chaos right now and see what happens? I think it could be really good. We've got 6 energy though, so we can play a lot. We can play everything that we've got in hand, which is great. So let's play Bulk Up first. The reason I'm going to do that is just so if we play any attacks or defends, we'll get a little bit more value out of them before we do it. This is not worth playing just yet, so okay, fine. Let's play this, and then we're going to play Distilled Chaos and see what the heck happens. Okay, not my favourite. We managed to play Gunk Up straight away. Shame we hadn't played Trash to Treasure first, but we move. So this boss is new. He's just stuck a card in our hand. And it is kind of tricky, actually. I've only fought him a couple of times, but every time, so he's got a thing here, Withering Presence, every 4 non-status cards you play, add a Wither into your hand. So here's a Wither. At the end of your turn, if this is in your hand, take 2 damage. So we need to make sure we block enough that these don't matter. We also need to make sure that we start playing them to get rid of them. Otherwise, they really, really get in our way. So let's play Modded next. See, Beam Cell before we've done the other thing would have been good. But never mind. Let's play it now. Let's Sweeping Beam, see what else we get. Okay. Now let's just start playing everything we've got, I guess. We won't play... Oh, maybe it is worth playing Fight Through. Definitely want to defrag. If we play Fight Through, we'll generate 2 random orbs, so probably worth doing, I think. And get rid of one of these withers with the spare energy. Not too bad. Blocking for 50 on first turns, not bad at all. Ebb? Lose 3... Hang on, where's this come from? I'm confused by that. Why has that happened? Huh. I didn't miss that. I've never seen this before. What is that? Interesting. But what's really interesting about it is, yeah, because we've done Bulk Up. Huh. I'm very confused by that. Anyway, let's continue. It is what it is. So what are my cards saying? Yeah, it's like it's balanced out our Bulk Up. I don't really understand that. That's weird. Okay, so what have we got? Trash to Treasure and Focus at the moment. He's going to hit us for 22. We don't have any block in hand, which is kind of sad. I think we want to make sure we play as much as we can here. So I think... not going to get any block to even use this triple block potion on. Looks like we're taking a bunch of damage here. We can do Ice Lance, that'll give us 3 Frost Orbs, which will give us 12 block actually, so we take about half damage from this, which is not too bad. But I do want to play the other cards as well, I think, so let's do that. We will play Super Critical, let's play Subroutine, we'll play Fasten. We can get rid of these Withers now as well, which is great. Oh, there we go. Ebb's worn off. Oh, was that a debuff that he cast on us and I just wasn't paying attention? I guess that's what it was. Silly me. Right. Echo Form, absolutely getting played. Not even going to think about it. There's no point. We'll use Go for the Eyes just to remove his artifact. He's got an artifact left down here. Why did that not work? Interesting. Why did that not remove his artifact? I'm very confused by that. Okay, 29 damage coming at us is quite a lot. We could hotfix to save ourselves a little bit. Especially if we chill as well, we can then evoke one. We've got hologram as well. We could... Got a lot of wounds in here. I've got to be careful of using that again. Using a fight through. So, what do we draw through instead? Maybe... I don't know, actually. Could bring back Go for the Eyes. Yeah, I think that's probably a good call. So we can block for 12 with this. These are blocking for 12 already. So we don't even need to hotfix. So let's do this. Bring back Go for the Eyes just to weaken him. Oh god, it's playing it twice because of bloody... Oh, because of... we forgot about it again, guys. We forgot about Echo Form. Unbelievable. Am I just going to luck my way through this run? It kind of feels like I am at this rate. But that's fine. Maybe we'll bring back Beam Cell as well, just for the hell of it then. We'll use Beam Cell first to remove his last artifact. It actually worked that time, thank God. Let's Go for the Eyes. Got 18 block, he's hitting for 21. So we don't need to chill, but I'm going to just play it anyway. Oh no, maybe shouldn't because it's counting down this Wither thing, right? No worries, let's play a Wither and we'll play a Dark, just so we've got a Dark Orb ready to go. Okay, this is not going too bad. Okay, 28 damage coming in is not to be messed around with. We can shatter here. I'm going to try and remember Echo Form this time though. So what's the play? If we can defend, we can play 2 defends. That'll give us 20. And we've got 8 block passive here already. So maybe that's not a bad idea. If I cool-headed, what are we going to draw into? One of these. We could play Prolong maybe. That would be quite handy. Okay, let's Echo Form cool-headed. Hopefully we hit Prolonged. Nice. We've also got double energy. I don't know. Is it worth doing that right now? Maybe it is. It lets us throw away the Wither. But again, maybe better to keep for another turn. Shatter. If we shatter on this, we're going to do 60 damage to him. Which is pretty good. But I'm also worried. I'd like to leave it and let it build up if possible. So, okay, let's not do that. Let's give ourselves some more block. And then we'll just prolong. Might as well just hit him with a claw for the heck of it. Got 2 Withers in our hand now. Not ideal. Now our own status cards are causing us a bit of grief as well, so we've got to be careful of that. I'd like to play cool-headed, but I don't want to evoke this orb just yet. It's a shame he's not doing anything this turn as well, which is kind of sad. Maybe we just get rid of these statuses. I think that's probably it. Let's just do that while we're on a safe turn. That's fine. Letting our Dark Orb get bigger and bigger. Where's our dual cast? We've got Shatter, which is not too shabby at all. Might be a Shatter angle, I think. It's the only thing that really feels like it makes sense here. No, we can't Ice Lance as well, unfortunately. And it'll play this twice. So, good, because I'm not sure. I can't evoke the orbs 4 times because they won't exist after the first time it's played. It would be amazing if it does do that. Whereas this, we could do 62 damage, lose some health. We'd probably full block as well. So maybe I'm going to do that actually. Yeah, we lost a little bit of HP, but I kind of think it was worth it to make sure we could full block. Although maybe we could have full blocked the other way as well, but we move. Okay, we can get 26 block from this, plus 12 from that is enough to full block this, isn't it? Yeah. So, alright, fine. Let's throw that up. Oh my god. It's done it twice. Again, I've forgotten about Echo Form. Jesus. Right, let's claw. We'll hit him with that. I'll get rid of this Wither. We might as well. I don't want to say this is going better than I expected, but it kind of is. Beam Cell is not bad with a Gun Cup. We can channel the lightning as well. Oh, I should have... No. It was worth doing the Beam Cell twice, I think. We wouldn't have got the full value out of the Gun Cup otherwise, but that's cool. Let's get rid of that. Let's zap. Alright. A bit low on orbs for defense next turn. I think he's going to do a big attack. Oof. 38 coming in. We can weaken him though. If I play this first, it's going to play it twice, so I don't want to do that. Maybe chill twice is a good idea. We'll get some defense and I can maybe pop this fortifier if I need to. We could also dual cast twice, which will give us 14 block, plus it'll evoke this twice. That could actually be it. Let's do that. Oh, too much block. I didn't pay attention to that. Curses. Alright, let's go for the eyes, make him a bit weaker. He's only going to hit for 28 now. We could just glasswork rather than use this potion. Let's get another Frost Orb. Let's get rid of one of these Withers. Oh my god, 23 times 2 is getting very large. And I don't have... I think we're dead, aren't we? There's nothing I can do here. No draw, no block. Oh, sad times. This is how it ends. Yeah, there's nothing we can do, guys. Oh, sad times. What a run. What a run. Let's just play this then, I guess. And we'll strike him. We'll throw this little rock at him. Can't even, like, force any of my orbs to go. Let's prolong. We'll use this potion. It does nothing. Lantern. Good night, sweet prince. Oh, I told you. Not the best at Defect. But what a run. Good fun, all the same. Let's just have a quick look at the unlocks and then we shall finish. Right, what do we manage to get? Chapter 5, Ancients. Oh, some new relics. Book of 5 rings. Every 5 cards you add to your deck heal 20 HP. Pretty great, especially early in a run. Very good. Ice Cream. Energy is now conserved between turns. Insanely powerful, that one. I love it when we get that. Kusari Gama. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. He's a mid, not gonna lie. He's just okay for a freebie anyway. What do we got here? Defect. Some storylines. Data Disc. Start each combat with 1 focus. Very nice. Symbiotic Virus. At the start of each combat, channel 1 dark. Very useful. Metronome. First time you channel 7 orbs in a combat, deal 30 damage to all enemies. Very nice, actually. What else we got? Loop. Very useful little card. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your rightmost orb. I think it goes your rightmost orb twice if you upgrade it. Very good. Null is a great card. I was sad that we didn't see this one at all, and this is why. Deal 10 damage, apply 2 weak, channel 1 dark. Very good. Consuming Shadow, a power, channel 2 dark. At the end of your turn, evoke your leftmost orb. Kind of an interesting one. Very good if you've got a lot of orb slots. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Alright, cool. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with me on this journey through Slay the Spire. I hope these little playthroughs have been useful. I will catch you real soon.